Yeah, you're doing great. This would be like literally crippling me.
So,
100%.
welcome to Book of Dreams, a Vampire the Masquerade story. I'm Brian from White Wolf. I'll be your storyteller. Straight up, while I do work for White Wolf, this is essentially a home game. So while we're obviously using the V5 rules, there's going to be a lot of fun extra things put in there, which I've sort of come up with. And that's no way reflective of any unpublished material that may or may not be working. We wanted to give a quick shout out first to Fantasy Grounds, who have put together this fantastic tool that you can see at the bottom of the screen that we'll be using to do our dice rolls and share images and monitor our character sheets and things like that. So big shout out to them. Also to B Bravo, who did these beautiful overlays that we're all loving. They're fantastic. You can look her up on Twitter at B Bravo. So before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's meet our vampires, starting with Tragic.
Oh, hi. I'm Sophie. I'm playing Tragic Friday the Malkavian. Anything else?
Laurel.
Me, hi. I'm Ginny. I'm playing Laurel Holloway, the Instagram influencer and vampire by night, day, all the time, I suppose. Broken Clan, that's me.
Ella.
Hello, my name is Karen Jones, and I am your resident dog mum, soccer mum, Instagram influencer in terms of fitness guru life, and that's pretty much me. I'm pretty ordinary.
And lastly.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm playing Max, the Nosferatu, who is also a sheriff in the Camarilla clan.
Before we dive right in, there's another very important thing we just need to acknowledge, and that it's Sophie's birthday right now. And what time is it in Berlin?
Crazy.
It's 8 a.m.
It's 8 a.m. and
Yeah.
she's up at 8 on her birthday to play
Cheers,
vampire with us, and she's drinking wine. So that's good. If you've got wine at home, please involve yourself.
I'm opening my bottle right now.
To me.
I've got grapefruit soda. It's much less on brand.
Grapefruit soda. Okay. So, to begin, I want to talk about Terry. Terry's okay. Like he's been around a while, and in like a few months from now, he's going to find himself in a really shitty situation. He's going to be sitting in a room surrounded by a bunch of dudes he really doesn't know, and he's pretty terrified, and they're asking him just a bunch of questions. And he looks around at them, and he's pawing at his fingers, and he's biting the inside of his cheek, and he's shaking his head, and he lets out a long sigh. And he says, "Look, guys, you really got it all wrong here. Like, I've been looking over what you gave me, and I get that you're trying to figure out what the fuck happened, but I was actually there. I was there for most of it, actually. Look, I mean, if you really want to hear about it, you've started too far ahead. I mean, because you started at the beginning, you're actually getting ahead of yourself. You need to think back a little further. That's why you called me, though, right? Because Learned Clan, right? We keep things up here, and I write down everything. You know, I think it's important to acknowledge. You know, you got to remember things, because once you start forgetting stuff, well, that's when you can't forget how it feels. You know, everything. I just write it down here. So, I mean, if you really want to hear about it, you got to start the night that Peter Naylor got his ass kicked. So, do you want to hear about it? So it's a cold night sometime in September, and Laurel and Max are in a car outside an apartment building in Turak. What's that vibe like?
Max is chill. This is fine. Laurel's a friend.
Yeah, we know each other. Yeah.
Really good friend.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the apartment building belongs to a guy named Peter Naylor. And I suppose you're deciding right now how you're going to get in, or what you're doing to get in, I suppose. Or what is the general approach Why are you here? Well, you both know.
Well, my preference would obviously be just to kick the door down and drag him out by his heels, but I mean, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would love to defer to Max as a security expert, but, generally maybe less jaw kicking, maybe slightly more surreptitious approach. We can scope it out. I'll give Max like 10 minutes before we kick the door down, maybe.
I'll take 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
8. Can we bargain that one down to 8?
Whose car is this?
Oh, it's probably Max's.
Yeah, it's Max's.
What does Max drive?
Yeah.
A black Prius.
Mm-hmm.
One of the electric ones.
Oh, good. A hybrid.
Yeah,
the hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
She cares about the environment.
Yeah, of course.
That's good. It's important.
I mean, this is the world that we're going to leave to ourselves in 100 years' time.
Yeah. True. Yeah, all alone.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Very true. Very true.
So this apartment building is in Turak. So it's this sort of
Fancy.
upscale type building, but not quite all the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can get in pretty easily. It's got like one of those, almost like those hotel drive-in, like interior, like parking lot things. And
Okay.
you know exactly where his apartment is because he's told you it's where he lives with his girlfriend Chloe.
Oh.
But the last few times Laurel has been here by herself, he hasn't been here. It's just been Chloe.
Okay. Just
So
Chloe.
you're hoping that he's actually going to be here this time because you've been chasing him for how long now?
Probably about 4 months, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Giving him a lot of leeway.
That's
Yeah.
a long time to be
It's a very
out of
long
pocket,
time.
so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been very generous.
Mhm. So it's still relatively early. It's like 8:30. The sun is set.
Mm-hmm.
So you have time.
Okay.
So how, Max? What's your visual situation here? Because we can see with your current visage, but for the edification, does it go much deeper? Your Nosferatu curse.
Oh, look, it could. There might be some issues later on if I get a bit hungry, but for now we're good. For now we're pretty chill. Max, in terms of the way she looks, if you were to catch a glimpse of her under full light, it's very much the red eyes and the prominent blood vessels, but those blood vessels extend kind of anywhere that there is that thinner skin. So around the eyes, also kind of down the throat, at the wrists, around the temples. It looks like her veins are just way too close to the surface.
So just a
Very good.
general level of grossness.
Yeah, just a general level of looks, there's every blood vessel that could potentially have burst has burst. And it's like she's almost always got like a caking of blood around her fingernails if you look that closely. She always looks like she's on the verge of hemorrhaging out.
All right. Conversely, does Laurel have any of these similar afflictions?
No. Well, Laurel is very careful with the makeup. So a lot of blush, a lot of pink to hide any sort of like rosettes that kind of break out when she gets hungry. So you can see a lot of blush on today. No, she's very careful to blend in, I would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you get out of the car and you're heading towards the apartment. Max, what do you generally do to hide your visage? Oh, look at that. Oh,
look at that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
smart.
Like,
very smart.
It's a bit early for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, that's good. His apartment is like 4B, so it's up on the second floor, which you can access from a very short stairwell that goes up from the driveway. And like we said, Turak's like a fairly well-to-do neighborhood. It's fairly quiet. You're not worrying about distant police sirens or anybody milling around trying to do drugs down an alleyway in nearby. It's pretty banal for like a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Thursday night. Okay. Yeah.
Thursday night. You could access it that way.
We could. I want to DM Chloe on Instagram and see if she's up.
Chloe,
Yeah.
she is up.
Check Chloe's Instagram stories.
Yeah. So I'm checking the Instagram story and scrolling through.
So she posted an Instagram story of her and Peter like 10 minutes ago. He was on the couch and he was playing the Switch and she was teasing him about something. It was all pretty...
Perfect.
She did that zoom in thing where like the hearts flutter around or whatnot.
Oh, great. Excellent. Okay. Once I see that, I kind of like signal upwards as we're heading towards the stairwell and give like a thumbs up to Max.
Max is going to kind of Tell you what, you knock on the front door.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Can you give me just 1 minute?
Yeah.
And Max is gonna quietly, as in silence of death, quietly circumnavigate the apartment building and just see if there is a back door or any back way that he could try and slip out of.
Well, he's up on the second floor, so there's a balcony with like a window, like a walkout balcony, but it goes right up against this local park, which is fairly dark this time of night. Anyway, so it's like he's going to jump down and be able to get into his car or anything like that.
Nobody can scamper into the park. Max will come back around. Tell you what, Laurel.
I'm listening.
How about you knock on the door?
Knocking. Yeah, I can do that.
And I'm just going to position myself elsewhere. And if he makes a run for it, because you said that the last couple of times you've been here, he hasn't been here, which feels like way too much of a coincidence. And from what I hear, he's a bit of a homebody.
Okay.
So
got it.
I feel like he's avoiding you at this point, and
he definitely is avoiding me.
That is not cool.
It's rude. Honestly, it's intolerable, and I think it's just unacceptable. So
it's rude. And we don't really tolerate that now, do we?
No, definitely not.
So I'm going to hang out on his balcony, in the vicinity of his balcony, and if he wants to make a run for it, he can deal with me.
Right. Well, I'm sure that'll be efficient as always.
But I'm sure you can handle it. I'm sure, but just in case, consider me back up.
So
I
Max
will be
heads
honored
around
to have you backing me
to where the
up.
balcony is, and Laurel is going to the front door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna knock, just real casual, like. Yeah.
Meanwhile, somewhere like shifting gears completely, over on Chapel Street. What's Tragic Friday getting up to? Given that it's Thursday.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm in the club.
Yeah. In the club.
What's happening?
Just raving.
We're out there.
It's raving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really just going for it. Yeah.
Safe as houses, mate. We're partying.
That's right.
Like, we're friends. Where are they?
So she's just amongst the undulating bodies of the crowd. Like, is she geared up? Like, what's the go?
Of course, always.
Okay.
I'm ready. Whatever you want. I got it.
Fortress of Eckies. Like, we're just good to go.
Oh,
yeah.
Mate. Anything your heart desires.
Yeah.
I've got it for you.
With all the Eckies on Chapel Street, all of them.
Yeah.
So how long have you been at this particular establishment? The music is thumping, the lights are all over the place. You're getting that weird black light, white and blue thing that happens.
Oh yeah, no, let's stay away from the black light.
We don't want to turn your outfit into Jackson Pollock. So yeah.
Oh no, not tonight. Yeah, so I've been out for a couple of hours, seeing friends, like just checking the scene. I don't fucking know what time it is. What you expect of me, honestly. Having a laugh.
That's good. So it's around I don't know, hour 2, hour 3.
All right.
Yeah, like how long? And then this guy who you feel like you probably would have noticed earlier, given the fact that he's like 6'10". And just has long, straight black hair, and he's not really dressed for a rave. He's dressed in like black leathers. He's unshaven. He looks like the guy you could probably smell before you could see.
Oof, rough.
Oh, is it the wrong
and he
kind
sort
of party, man?
beelines towards you on the dance floor, and it's strange watching how just other people just seem to just move for him. They part out of the way. But it's not as if they're not even acknowledging him. And he walks straight up onto you, and it'd almost be like he was having a crack if he was even looking like maybe he had ever danced in his life, which he certainly does not. And he walks up, he's not particularly far from you, but he is peering over you, and he looks down and he just says, "You're not supposed to be here." And he's speaking softly, but you can still hear him over the sound of the music.
Mate, I live here. You're at the wrong party.
No,
what are you talking about?
He shakes his head. He says, "You're not supposed to be here."
All right. What's your name? What's your star sign? Tell me everything.
I can't do this.
What?
What?
You're at my party, mate. You're not supposed to be here.
He takes you by his very large, meaty hand wraps around your upper arm, and he leans in very closely to your ear, and he just says again, "You're not supposed to be here."
You having a laugh? You're really doing this right here?
Yeah.
In my home?
Where would you rather do this?
Oh, mate. Let's go at the back. Okay. If you're really going to do this.
He slowly lets his grip release. And he stands up, and he leans up again, he looks down to you, and he gestures as if asking for you to take the lead.
Okay, I'm gonna flash him a cheeky grin and like motion this way.
Mm-hmm.
Towards...
He seems unamused, but he paces following you. And it's probably worth noting that while you can slip and slide your way through the undulating bodies of a dance floor pretty expertly by now, he still does not have to do that. People just part for him. So where do you lead him?
I guess I'm probably familiar with the people that run this place if I don't run it myself. Don't know. So I imagine there's a back room behind the bar. We'll just pop back there.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ram-jammed, so we'll have to like do it a bit subtle. I don't know if I have to roll for that or not. But
no, that's fine. Ram-jammed, so you get in there. So what does this back room look like? You've probably used it before, right?
Yeah. Sometimes we get like, DJs with a bunch of extra kit or just like performers or whatever, like people with too much ego and not enough room. So they just dump all their shit in here. So it's probably got old speakers and old, records and shit just lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Costumes maybe.
But is there anyone else out here right
now?
No
windows. No.
Mm-hmm. So you hold the door open for him, or do you just saunter in and wait for him to follow?
Yeah, I mean, he knows what's up. He's going to follow me. If he's going to grab me, he's going to follow me,
So he follows you in, and if you don't, he pointedly closes the door behind him, and the music of the rave becomes like a dull roar behind it. He sniffs and he spits on the ground.
Oh, calm yourself. What's up?
Listen, I was told there's not going to be anyone else out here right now, and you're not supposed to be here. I can smell it.
What? Told by who? What is this? Let's just be straight up. Come on. No more bugging.
Who the fuck are you? I was told this was open ground.
No. Are you fucking kidding me? You've never been here before.
Evidently
I'm Tragic Friday. I run this whole scene. Like, this is my...
scene?
This is my gaff. Yeah, like, these are my people. This is my... Can I tell he's kindred, obviously?
Look, it's a safe assumption. Or if he's not, he's super confident. Like, he's absolutely going for it, and you're about to put yourself in the shit. But it's a pretty safe assumption, though, with his illusions and whatnot. But you are in a private room, so you can talk more freely.
All right. Look, this is my gaff. This is my herd or whatever. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you?
My name's Desmond.
Desmond,
yeah. I was sent here by Papa Black. I'm sure you've heard of him, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
So Papa Black, he told me this place was ripe for the plucking. We didn't expect any... He looks you up and down. What are you, Camarilla?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, well, that's nice.
I'm not having rules around here.
Well, we're a big fan of that. But he leans in closer still. He's like, either way, Papa Black kind of gets what he wants, and I think you need to clear out.
Oh, yeah? Well, I can certainly try. But I think you might find I'm not alone with my little Anarch friends. If you really want to spoil this beautiful bounty with a fucking disgusting fight, you can certainly try.
Are you trying to intimidate him or just subvert him? Like, do you have Anarch friends nearby ready to go? Or is she just trying to look after herself? I'm not sure. Is she being dishonest?
I mean, I have a Anarch friend currently DJ.
Mm-hmm. One
That's
one
my
anarch
old,
friend.
yeah.
All right. Could you make I'm going to say a charisma and intimidation roll.
Okay,
So we're going to be
I
using fantasy grounds to do this. So with your charisma and your social skills, just going to click the little plus button.
plus, yeah.
And then where your
and then
intimidation
double-click the
is, just double click the. Oh, did you go?
I did it.
Oh, good. How many dice?
Success!
3.
I did my charisma.
Wow.
and
Okay. 4 successes. Well,
Suck it.
we will revisit that in just one moment. Karen, what does your Thursday night look like at like 8 p.m.?
My Thursday night around 8 p.m. Probably getting ready for a workout.
Workout. Oh, what's your little routine look like?
It definitely changes up depending on the day of the week and what I'm going to be doing for the following week. But it always includes a little bit of HIIT training as well as a jog and as well as some weights. And then several times a week, I do go to the gym and I do some martial arts. You got to get that anger out some way.
Okay, that's good. That's nice. So you're heading it out of your house tonight? Like, what are we doing? What is the?
Absolutely, definitely leaving the house tonight. Probably going to take a run through the neighborhood and then come back and do some further exercises at home. And if I am feeling like it, maybe feed my family a very late dinner.
Oh, well, that's good. That's an ideal thing to do. So your phone rings just as you're about to step out for your jog.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's Julie, your friend from. How do you know Julie again? I believe she goes to some of your classes, but I'm not sure of which specific class she actually attends.
Yes, so I actually met her on Instagram when she contacted me asking me to do some workouts for her. Then we became friends. We had a lot in common, and she's just genuinely lovely, and I can talk all about life with her. And I just feel very safe with her. You know what I mean? Fitness brought us together.
You can tell because she's calling. That's probably what she's going to want to do. She wants to talk to you about something pretty, like her boyfriend or perhaps her child. Something that's definitely going to interrupt your jog. It depends if you would like to get involved with it right now.
I mean, fitness is very important, but you're always one of the very few people that I can talk to. So I'm going to answer that call.
Okay, cool. Oh my God, what are you doing right now?
Oh my God, gorgeous. I was just about to go for a jog. What are you doing right now?
Shit, no. Why are you jogging so late at night? What the hell?
Well, I've got the dog, so it's a little bit safer, and I just feel really refreshed when I go out at nighttime. I'm becoming such a night owl these days. It's really strange, but it's really working for me.
That's cool. Hey, well, I was just jogging. Did you catch up on maths from 2 weeks ago? I know you're behind.
Look, not really. Have you? Are you caught up?
Well, yeah, of course I am. But you said you were going to look. Whatever. Are you going to make it to brunch on Sunday? We're going before the gym this time because after the gym it just didn't work out. It wasn't nice.
Yeah, I know. We got a bit sick last time. I know. It wasn't. I'm really sorry about the trainers.
You're going to come to brunch?
I just don't think I can, unfortunately. Marcus is sick at the moment, and I've got lots of stuff that I need to take care of, and I'm really tired in the mornings right now. Would you be willing to maybe do something in the evening? We could have some wine and cheese. I'm happy to come to me. What do you think of it?
Well, okay, that's and she gets cut off. The phone just goes dead.
Oh.
That's fine. Maybe it was a passing truck.
Oh, hope she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's capable of taking care of herself, though.
All right. So then you head for your jog just to, through the neighborhood and then heading through. And how's your jogging these days? Are you getting better at it?
Look, I'm definitely getting better at it. My stamina is improving. It's quite nice.
It's nice. Truly remarkable, really, considering some of the peculiar changes you've been going through.
It's a bit different. I'm really not enjoying the lack of daylight, that's for certain. But I do think that I can run further. I feel stronger. I haven't had much of a chance to test it out, but I feel like I could do more. And my fitness is certainly getting better.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Back outside Peter Naylor's apartment, Laurel's just knocked on the door.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. The door opens and Peter's standing there, and he's like a waif of a dude with with like a gentle beard and a messy haircut, and he's wearing like an oversized white shirt, and he's in his underwear, and his eyes just go wide when he sees you, and he tries to close the door in your face.
Okay. I think I'm probably quick enough to just kind of like reach out and slam my hand against the door. I want to keep it open.
Yeah, totally. Well, it slams. Then it means the door slams against your. You mean you're trying to keep it closed? I thought you were putting your hand, like using it as a door stop.
No. That would hurt. No. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, and I want to like push my way in if I can.
Cool. Can you make a? I'm gonna say strength and athletics roll.
Oh shit!
For that, there you go. Oh, it's pretty grim for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm not very strong. Okay, strength and athletics. Okay. Let's roll that. Let's see what happens in fantasy grounds. Did
you double click the little black button next to athletics?
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Oh, 1. That's not good.
I tried my best.
That's actually a bestial failure.
Ooh.
So that means that because you've rolled more ones on your hunger dice than you have successes.
Yeah.
That means that your beast, this almost demonic-like entity that lives inside every vampire, sort of comes to the fore just a little bit.
Yeah.
And it generally brings you down to some of these more basic animalistic emotions.
Okay.
One that you're somewhat familiar with, you feel snaking up your throat at the moment because this fucking pissant you've been following around for 4 months has the nerve to slam the door in your face, and you haven't been able to stop it. So it's really important to you. You can feel the beast calling that you must establish dominance. Like you must turn your next interaction into a competition. And you will not be satisfied until you have won, and you have rubbed the loser's nose in the fact that you have won. You must establish superiority. So it's almost like this burning anger coming up from within you. Max, can you make a wits and awareness roll, please?
Yeah. I'm sitting outside. Oh, good. I deliberately made myself really good at that.
Oh, low dice.
Or not. We're good. It's fine.
You did not.
All those dice were not.
No, you got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes out of all those dice.
You from your perching spot outside, you hear the slamming of the door, followed by hurried footbeats and a woman calling out, asking for like, what the hell's going on? And
I'll back up. I'm going to kind of put myself just under the balcony.
Just under the balcony? Yes. Okay. Looking out onto that park. Laurel, what are you doing? You just closed the door in front of you.
Okay, I am going to try and open it again, even though it might be futile, but I'm going to like bang on the door. Bang the door, and I want him to open up and yell him to open up.
You just want to smash it. So it is locked, so you're really going to have to smash yourself against it here.
Fuck it, I'm going to do it.
What you could do is call upon your blood, give yourself a blood surge, which would add 1 dice to your strength and brawl roll to try and smash the door in, if you would like.
Yes, I would like to do that.
So to do that, just click the little rouse button next to your hunger. And that'll do a rouse check, so as you call upon the power of the blood. So you've got a success, so your hunger does not increase. Okay. So now make a strength, so click the plus next to strength. And brawl, and that works too. Cool. And I'm going to roll an extra die for you as well. So you got 2 successes. So lucky that time it wasn't another bestial failure because you got more successes than you did skulls. Although you are very good at rolling those apparently.
Yeah, that's my speciality.
So you essentially hip and shoulder the door down, or maybe the beast does. It's sort of unclear at this point as these lines are becoming blurred. The interior of his apartment. I even have a little picture here ready to go, which I'm going to drag into the Fantasy Grounds chat, so my players can click it and see the picture as well.
Cool.
is somewhat nice but very dark.
Oh God.
There's a
sloppy.
He's a bit of a sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
He's a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
But he is. There are books and shit everywhere. The woman, Chloe, is sitting on the couch and she's just looking around like a pretty bonkers, maybe sort of scared out of her brain at this point because of the sudden turn of violence. And Peter's shaking his head, and he's like goes to the kitchen and he opens up the drawer and you hear him cluttering around the cutlery, and he pulls out like the first thing which is just a spork, spork, and he brandishes the spork at you and says, "Hey, look, no, I don't, we just can't do this right now, okay? All right, we can't do it. We're not going to do it. I can't do it. She's here anyway, right? So we can't do anything. She's here, yeah?" He keeps gesturing to Chloe, and she's just freaking the fuck out.
Okay. As I'm like, I guess, like stalking through his apartment now, I'm just like kicking shit over like an asshole. Like I'm just pushing shit over if I see it. I'm like, you are not just sloppy. It looks like you're also fucking stupid. And I just start like climbing towards him. Like,
climbing towards him. Okay, so he's going to start backing up. He's moving towards the balcony. You can hear Chloe like getting up to like maybe do something, or maybe just piss bolt. It's unclear.
Yeah.
Max, what are we doing outside?
Oh, I reckon that's about 8 minutes, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up the wall onto the balcony.
You're going to climb up the wall onto the balcony?
Climb up the wall onto the balcony.
Is that difficult for you to do?
Look.
I feel like Max is really fit and just kind of casually doing that shit all the time.
I can uncanny grip that shit.
Oh, really? So what's this? The tips of your fingers are just going to bury themselves in the concrete of the wall as you...
I mean, I'm going to look around and make sure nobody's here.
Oh, you're pretty safe because you're just, like I said, this balcony just borders up against this park.
The park, yeah. So I'm going to just get up, and that's about 8 minutes. I'm going to climb up onto the balcony.
Okay, so as you're climbing up the balcony, Tragic Friday is getting this guy breathing right in his face.
Look, maybe I'm just young. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid, but I think you should take me to your leader. I want to meet Papa Black. Sounds fun.
That's not how this shit works, okay? Now you're going to say you've got other anarch friends kicking around in here?
Yeah, I do. You don't believe me?
What's going to happen, all right? You're going to fucking take me out there, and you're going to point them out, and then you're going to tell them to get the fuck out of here as well before we come in here and do our business, okay?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
I don't know if you're in a particularly strong bargaining position here.
No.
Are
you sure? I saw a little bit of sweat on your brow there.
I don't sweat anymore. Stop that.
Oh yeah. Look, I really think that you should take me to your friend. I'm gonna attempt something.
You're gonna attempt to call upon your Malkavian bloodline to use dominate? Is that what you're asking?
Or I've got dementation. Will that work?
Dementation. That's more of a long-term thing. Dementation will happen over the course of the conversation, so you can start using dementation if you would like.
I've got this. It's under dominate, right? So
yes, it is. Dementation is going to more like break his brain a little bit. So just like what we saw happening to Laurel before, when she's under this compulsion of dominance, you can actually force him to undergo a compulsion as well. So this might be something like paranoia or hunger or that kind of thing.
I want him to long for his daddy and to go back to him, so I can
quite
follow
possible
him.
If someone gets a hard enough paranoia compulsion, they can run off to seek safety. So it really will depend. You'd have to hedge your bets on whether or not he feels safe in his leader's presence, or whether or not he's just going to cower somewhere in a sewer. Both are equally possible at this point.
Okay, both are equally advantageous to me in this situation. I'm going to gamble on that one. So
alrighty, give me just one moment as I look up my... this is a dominate ability, you said?
Indeed. Dice pools, manipulation and dominate versus composure and intelligence.
Oh, okay, that's easy for me to do. Okay. I'm just going to close this for a moment. We're not in the apartment right now anyway. So you're going to make that roll, please.
All right. Manipulation and... Oh, fuck. Wait, what?
Manipulation
It
was
says
dominate.
manipulation. Yeah, I don't see dominate on here.
Dominate will be on your second sheet. So if you go down to other, you can actually click the plus button there first, and then go back to your first page and double click that. So, you should have a high dominate, and you should have dominate 2. I'll just change that. High dominate 1.
Oh, all right. So that's gonna give me a 2, and then on my manipulation, if I do this, that's 4.
Oh, so you failed it. Now you can choose if you would like to spend willpower to re-roll up to 3 non-hunger dice. So you've got 2 dice there, which are black dice, which means they're not hunger dice. So you can spend a point of willpower by clicking the little SP button next to willpower, and it will allow you to re-roll those 2 dice to try and get that 3rd success that you need to succeed.
Look, it's pretty early in the night, but I am in a bit of a position here, so I'm going to re-roll one of them. See what happens. I might need the willpower later. Oh, Christ, I failed it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right. So what are you saying to him while you're trying to mess with his brain?
I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to fast talk him and confuse him and make him feel like he's out of his element, because he's clearly out of his element, like, doesn't he just want to go home to Papa, like he said.
Home to Papa. So he leans back and he shakes his head and he sighs heavily. He says, this is a little bit embarrassing, right? I'm embarrassed for you right now. You're embarrassing me, you're embarrassing yourself.
I said I was young and a bit dumb. I own it, whatever.
Okay,
I'm trying things.
I mean, you own your one-way ticket. Get the fuck out of here. How about that?
Look, no.
Look, I don't understand why you want to see Papa Black anyway. Most people hear his name just bolt the other way.
Well, it sounds fun. And also, I don't know, you might know some shit. I've been told to, ask him things. Now that I remember, now that you've jolted my memory, I think he might know some shit that could be mutually beneficial for all of us. We could share the bounty,
Really? And who are you?
Yeah,
you speak to
really.
the Anarchs or something, do you? Is that what's happening?
Well, I am an Anarch, and they have given me this job to do, so you're going to let me do my job?
Wait, what job are we talking about here?
I think I'd rather talk to Papa Black about that. You think you're well odd, you're not odd, you're just a dick. So...
Can I use your phone? He gestures to the wall-mounted landline.
Yeah, right. Can I listen in?
Well, I'm not going anywhere. And he walks over to the
Go for
landline.
it.
And he dials a number. Karen, how's the neighbourhood tonight for that jog?
It's really quiet. There's not too many people here. This park looks a bit dodgy, so I can see why.
Yeah? The what looks a bit dodgy?
The park looks a bit dodgy.
That's okay. Yeah, you're doing all right. It's nice. It's brisk.
It's about me, but I can see why other people
you're learning to breathe, which is nice. It's weird that you have to remember to breathe, but hey, like, we all have problems, right? And we all have hurdles, and this one's yours. Remembering to breathe while jogging. Yeah. It's weird that when you sweat, it's kind of tinged red and bloody.
Yeah, it's not great for photos.
Which is, it's kind of gross. Luckily, you've sort of figured out that the harder you focus, and this becomes handy in a lot of aspects of life, but if you focus particularly hard, you can force yourself to produce bodily fluids that are not blood. So if you'd like to not sweat blood, yes or no? Or do we want to sweat blood?
Look, it really comes down to how many people are around, because I'm not a huge fan of focusing really hard, because if I think too hard about things, it's a little bit scary.
Okay,
So,
no, it's a pretty empty park. Like, you're jogging in a park in Turak at like 9 p.m. on like
at least if it's the lower part of my body, I can always say that it's like something else.
Yeah.
I've got options.
General sheen of sweat. Well, that's good. Well, it's nice. So it also, the way blood congeals, it sort of has the adverse effect of what perspiration normally does, where it would cool you down. Instead, it just kind of gets a bit sticky and gross. But that's why we have showers, right? This is cool.
Absolutely.
Totally cool. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Maxine, you've scaled the corner.
Yeah.
Have you come right up the top of the balcony, or are you hanging on the side?
I'm up to the balcony, and I'm gonna just look in and just assess the situation.
Just peer in, just gentle with your lovely, kind eyes.
Yeah.
Did you still have your sunglasses on, or are we?
Yes.
Oh, you do. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It just makes it a bit hard to see the screen. Also, it reflects back my entire apartment and everything.
So you can see Laurel. You can see Peter brandishing a spork as he backs up towards the open balcony doorway.
Yeah.
You can see the frightened woman on his couch who seems very confused, and she's getting up. Looks like she's maybe moving towards the front door. Laurel, you were lunging at Peter, I believe?
Yeah. Mid lunge, yeah.
Just mid lunge. So what are you trying to do? What's she?
Okay, I think just seeing him try and arm himself against me has incensed me because he's dicked me around for months now.
Also, you've got this deep urging to just put someone in their place.
Yeah, I want to, if I can, I want to pin him and chuck that spork away. But that's what I think I want to do. I just want to get him on the ground.
Let's find out together. Can you make a strength and brawl roll?
Oh, fuck me, please. Okay, all right then.
This is difficult.
Okay, so 1 strength and 1 brawl, right?
That is what you have. So you click strength. Well, do you want to physically augment? Do you want to do a blood surge to get that extra die?
Yeah, fuck it. So that's rouse roll, right?
Yeah, so do the rouse first. Yeah.
All right, okay. I'm
angry.
Fuck my life.
So you failed the rouse roll, so your hunger is increased to 3.
Great.
But you still do get the benefit. You still get the extra die.
I'm just going to be a bit more unhinged later on.
Yeah, so I'll roll that extra die for you, but if you click your strength and then double click brawl.
Okay, so click my strength and then double click.
Oh no, the black die next to brawl, little black symbol. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to roll an extra die for you.
I'm so good at rolling these failures. Like, this is just...
Two successes. Not enough successes, unfortunately. As you flail at him and the spork, like he flails back at you, and the spork, like it's a spork.
It's a spork.
For those of our viewers who are unfamiliar with what a spork is, it is a knife fork in one. Spoon fork.
It's a spoon fork. But there's like a little knife edge on the side, like a little tiny little knife edge. Yeah. So I'm like flailing at him, and he's flailing at me.
Yeah, and the spork sort of just jabs at you, like it hurts, it sucks, but it's not ideal. And he's flailing at you. He's like, "No, seriously, Laura, I just can't deal with it right now. Okay, there's a lot going on. I don't think you understand what the fuck's going on." But he's getting closer and closer to this balcony.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep advancing him because I know that Max is at the balcony.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep. Yeah, I could see Max. So I'm just gonna keep pushing him in that direction as I guess try and like corner him. So I know that Max is there, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna herd this guy towards Max.
I'm gonna swing myself over onto the balcony and just say, "You're about to have a lot more going on, mate."
Oh fuck! That sucks so much for him.
Yeah.
Laurel, Chloe's got her phone out and she's to her ear, and she is. It sounds like you're only hearing one side of the conversation, but it sounds like she's talking to police. She's saying, "Please, there are people in the house. They won't leave. They're broken in the front door."
God. Oh no, not this. Why, Chloe? You were so attractive. Why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Okay. Fuck. Okay, so I see that now Max is there and she's swung into the apartment. So I'm going to swivel my attention to Chloe. And I probably don't look all that sane, but I'm going to attempt to like maybe try and get her to stop whatever conversation she's having with the police or law enforcement on the other end of the line.
By asking politely or...
I don't really want
you need to. It doesn't have to be Peter that you lay this dominant, demurring thing onto. You can step on anybody's throat, in theory.
Got it. Okay. Well, in that case, that clearly failed with Peter. So I'm swiveling around. I know that Max has got it now, and I'm pissed off by everything. All the turns that today has taken have just pissed me off to no end. So I'm going to start swinging over to Chloe, and I want to bat the phone out of her hand, basically.
Cool. Chloe, unlike Peter, is immortal, so this is not particularly difficult for you to do, just as a superior creature of the night. So her iPhone fancy S model, whatever they're up to now, skids across the room near the broken down front door. She then just starts screaming at you over and over again in your face.
God, okay, cool. Oh God, I hate this. The sound probably drives me crazy. So I'm going to ask her to be quiet, politely at first, maybe for a couple seconds. And if she fails, I want to put my hand over her mouth, basically.
I politely ask her to be quiet.
Yeah. Please be quiet. Look, it's been a long night. Your boyfriend is a real asshole. Okay. Look, I just can't deal with you being a prick too. So please, Chloe, just please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up.
Can you make I'm going to say charisma plus persuasion roll.
Okay, cool. So I click on the charisma thing and then I roll the persuasion, right?
Then you double click persuasion, the black symbol. Yeah.
Oh, please, Jesus.
2 successes, which was luckily all that you needed. So she just clams up. She's red in the face. She's shaking. She curls up a little bit on the couch, and she just doesn't know what she's supposed to be doing. But she's very anxious, and she's looking around. She's obviously extremely confused as to what's going on. And Peter's just like, "Don't worry, baby. I got this. Okay?" And then he slowly turns around to look at Max.
Yeah.
Good evening, Peter.
Look, I just can't do this right now. All right? I just... What?
You owe her.
I know, but I can't. You want me to do this in front of her? Like, I can't do it in front of her, right? Like, this.
You could have done it at literally any point in the last 4 months. So what I would like you to do, Peter, is tell your chick there to fuck off, and then settle your debt. Call her a fucking Uber, mate.
All right. Okay, this is fine. Maxine, could you make a dexterity plus athletics roll?
Oh, is he really gonna fucking try to run for this shit? Oh my god. I fucking hate this guy.
Can I make it a brawl if I'm trying to grab him?
Ooh.
You're not trying to grab him, so just a dexterity and athletics.
Okay.
Whoa. Very well done.
Yes, good.
So you catch the spork as it flies from his hand at your face.
Oh, pathetic. Yeah, just knock it out the way.
Seeing that, he's like, "Oh, fuck. All right, okay, cool. Look, Look, I mean, I'm just a bit... There's a lot going on for me right now, and I just... Can I sit down for a second? There's a lot going on, and I'm really worried about Chloe hearing this, and just...
Well, then you might want to convince her to leave.
Well, just give me a sec with her, will you, please?
I mean, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Well, no, but just to back off a bit. Just like Laurel's like all up in her space, and look how freaked out she is.
That seems like a you problem. You've been dodging Laurel for 4 months. We're not backing up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, he wanders tentatively back into the apartment, and Chloe's looking at him, and he gets down by her side of the couch, and he takes her hand and he starts saying things very reassuringly to her quietly, making an awful lot of eye contact. It's a very boring half of the conversation that Tragic hears. There's a lot of nods, grunts. It's me. Yeah. Look, no, I don't think it's going to work. Not tonight. No. There's someone got shitty information. No, I'm not going to talk to her about it. I'm going to talk to that fucking little dweeb about it. Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to deal with it, but we can't do it tonight, so call them off. Get the cars out of here. Okay? Fuck. Yeah, don't worry. He looks right at you. I'm working on that. And then he hangs the phone up He cracks his knuckles and he steps. He does that thing again where he walks unnecessarily close to you and looks down.
Ugh.
And he says, "So, how can I help? You've got what you wanted. Nothing's happening here tonight after all."
Well, that's what you wanted. I was just having a good night, you know.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You're doing the night. Now we both know that you got something I want, right?
yeah. But generally how this works is there is a mutually beneficial exchange.
Well, look, all I know is I was told to talk to your papa about, I don't know, some information he might have about.
And I appreciate that. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you he doesn't know who the fuck you are.
All right. Well, then I guess we should go meet the DJ then.
Well, I don't want to meet any DJs, okay? I've got other things I've got to go and do. This might be your kind of thing. I literally just come here to recruit. That's what we were trying to do here, okay? But I can probably get you an audience with Papa Black if you do me a favor.
Oh. Well, tell me what it is first.
Okay. You heard of this cunt named Terry Maldonado? You have. He's an Anarch Bruja. He's a bit of shit. He's a shitheel. But
yeah, that dickhead.
Yeah.
He's cool.
So he told me that this particular establishment was unclaimed and that we could do whatever we wanted here.
Terry, you fucking shit.
So if you know where to find him, go get him for me, and then maybe we'll have something else to deal with. Maybe then I can convince Papa to speak with you.
I guess he's already done me in, right? Like, Terry's basically sold me out. Fucking blah. All right. Yeah, let me think about it.
Think about it? I mean, I really prefer an answer right now, so I know whether or not to follow you home later.
Well, I don't know where to find him. I got to page him. Okay.
Do what you got to do. Shall I just wait here then? Because I like that idea personally.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. I'm gonna go to the payphone or to the phone in the corner and put in his page number and then do 911 for call now.
Yeah.
And 611 for sorry.
Okay. Desmond, for his part, backs up into a slightly shadowier corner of the room. And while you're dialing the phone, I assume you probably don't want to let him too far out of your sight, so you just catch this out of the corner of your eye, or maybe right on your eye as you're doing your dialing. But he just bleeds completely into darkness and becomes part of the shadows in the corner of the room.
Oh, that's fucking squeaking me out, mate. Why are you doing that?
Karen?
Yes?
When you're on a jog and you hear a woman scream in the distance, what do you do?
Oh, no.
Probably going to run to... Yeah.
Probably run to the what?
I'm probably going to run towards the woman. I feel like we're sisters and we put up with enough shit every day, you know, especially late at night. We've got to look after each other. I'm running towards the woman. Oh, my Lord. Let's go.
Well, the sound you heard is just like out of nowhere. Exactly right. So you start running in that direction through the park. Back in Peter Naylor's apartment, Chloe has got up and she's taken her things and she's crying and she's so confused. And she walks to the front door. She makes a quizzical look at the door and she looks back at him and she asks when the door got broken. He says not to worry about it. She looks over at Laurel and Maxine. She goes, wait, who the fuck are these people? He says, don't worry about it. Just get out of here. We're broken up. We're done. Okay. And she keeps crying and she leaves. And he pushes the door closed and he's shaking. And he's still, like I mentioned, he's wearing boxer shorts and like a long t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
His grandies.
He just nods. And
disgusting.
Shakes his head and look, fine, all right. So she's gone. She's gone for a while, probably because I've broken up with her. So you're
good.
You're happy with that. Cool. Now, so
That's better, honestly.
I can't fucking breathe in here, all right? So
again, these all sound like you problems.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but like there's a lot.
Problem.
There's a lot going. So all right. So can I just confide in you something? There's
No.
Oh my god.
Just
No,
let me
you
just.
can't.
Laurel, babe, Laurel. Laurel,
Don't
come
like
on.
that. Oh.
From
No.
a child of Hakim to a Tremere, just tune in with me here, please. Just for 1 second. Forget our ancestries. Just forget everything.
It's about 4
Are you going
months
to
too
give it the
late
blood or
on
do you want us
that.
to take it?
All right. So the reason I got you to get that book for me, the one from the state library, you said it was like behind some back doors or some shit. You had to pull in some favors. I really appreciate that. I do. I really do. So I started reading it. Lots of cool things in there. It's not making a whole lot of sense with what I've been told to look for.
Right. Yeah, continue. Come on, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, but I was talking to this learned clan guy, right? And I get that, like the cam aren't really supposed to talk with the rabble. I get that. And he looks at Maxine as if waiting to see, did he fuck up? Like he realizes he said too much. He's unsure. That's what he's looking
Max
to.
just looks at him and just goes, bigger problems, buddy.
Right, okay. Well, anyway, I started talking to this guy about it, and he had some really interesting but stressful ideas.
Oh god.
Okay, well, he's cool. Everything's cool. But I can't give you my blood. I just can't do it right now because this thing, this deep heartthrob thing that the book's talking about, if it's true and we're giving too much blood around, with the way like the ley lines are and shit, like it's going to be really bad for everybody really quickly. So I'm just I can't do it right.
Okay, listen, look, I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in this shit that you're peddling to me. You are late on your payment, my guy. So
can we just wind back for a second? At what point during your vampirism did you decide to keep writing off astrology? Because I actually started looking into it more after my embrace because it started to make more sense. But
I feel like you're having a wrong conversation here, buddy.
Sorry, look. All right, look, I'm just a bit low myself right now. I'll pay you, but just let me put some pants on and
please.
He looks at Maxine. You can come and watch me get changed if that's what you
please watch him get changed. Okay. I'm sorry, but please do. He's quite the rat, shall we say.
A favor's a favor.
Laurel, your beast at least feels satiated with the fact that you've put this person in their place. More so than they were earlier, at least.
Sure.
So that compulsion of dominance is easing off a little bit. You're starting to feel a bit more like yourself. Exactly, more like, but you're doing okay. So Peter wanders in. It's only a small apartment, so he wanders into his bedroom. Maxine, do you follow him, or Laurel, do you follow him? Or?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on him.
Okay, you can keep the door open for him. Like he doesn't get naked; he just pulls on a pair of Adidas tracksuit pants.
Oh god!
Tucks his white t-shirt into them.
Disgusting.
Pulls the little string thing at the front, ties it up in a bow. He's making a meal of this. Fixing his socks. He's muttering to himself under his breath as he goes. And he nods and he comes around. He comes out. It's like, all right, well, I'm a bit low, so let me just sort out this. You can come with me. It's fine. There's usually plenty of vagrants or some shit in the park out the front, or a dog or something, and then we can just get a whole little.
You're not giving Laurel.
Oh god!
Okay, we can just get like a human centipede of
Do you get every time I talk to you, I just lose a brain cell, Peter?
Okay.
Please.
All right, just cool. If you give me 5 seconds, I'll launch out the back. I do this all the time.
Oh, you're not going alone, but
well, you can follow me if you want, but I just don't want you like jamming my style, Okay.
No one's gonna jam your style.
What style?
Okay, those track pants, pathetic. So lead the way already. I'm getting fucking hungry.
All right. Okay. Fine. So he walks to the balcony, and he looks out, and he closes his eyes, and he sniffs the air, and he mutters a few things under his breath, and he looks back, and he looks out, and then he launches pretty not human-like off the edge of the balcony and into the park down below. Then he just starts hoofing it.
God.
But hey, maybe he's not piss bolting to get away from you. Maybe he's just going to get a vessel. Is that a risk you're going to want to take?
No,
we're going for that.
Yeah, we're going. I'm going. I've had it with this shit. We're just going. I'm going. I trust that Max is following me anyway.
Yeah, we're going. We're going with him.
Yeah.
So you slide on down. Like Max, you probably can get down a bit more deftly than Laurel. I'm not sure if Laurel, if you're going out the front door and coming back around, or
yeah. After remembering my difficulties getting in, I'm gonna I'm gonna lightly kind of tread my way down the normal way. Yeah, yeah.
So Karen, you're running towards this scream that you heard, and you're running for so long because surely you couldn't have heard a scream from that far away, right? But you're running for so long that you start to second guess maybe or not whether you heard the scream correctly or if it was even a scream. Maybe it was like a bat. Like bats make fucking weird noises sometimes, right? Like it's hard to say. So you probably pause, and this is the point where you realize you get that weird feeling because you feel like you should be out of breath, but you're not. You're just like, so you have to remind yourself to, like normally your chest would be up and down at this point because you've been running for quite some time, but you don't need to do that. So it feels a bit strange and performative, but perhaps you try and do it anyway. You don't have too long to... Yes, no? What do you... No?
I was thinking all the calories I didn't have to burn.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. But then you hear another sound, which is like footsteps, like approaching footsteps, like very quick, like like coming closer and closer towards you, but you can't see anything as far as you're aware.
I don't know what those footsteps are. Like, I might be doubting myself. Please don't get me wrong, but this part's a little bit dodgy. A woman may or may not have screamed. And the reality of the situation is sometimes I like to fight to feel alive. So I don't mind getting into a slightly risky
So when this guy wearing Adidas tracksuit pants and a dirty white t-shirt appears out of nowhere and essentially moves to spear tackle you.
Kill him. Just kill him,
How would you like to respond?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to drop his ass. Can I suplex him?
Yes.
Yes. I'd like to suplex him, please.
He may have chosen the incorrect opponent for this particular endeavor. Can you make a strength and brawl roll, please?
Yes. So that is the black dice and then twice under brawl.
So click click the little plus next to strength.
Yes.
And then double click the little black sign next to brawl on the left of brawl.
Oh man.
That's a lot of dice. It's 3 successes. So you definitely outpower. So he was coming out of nowhere just to spear tackle you to the ground. How have you responded to this? Because it has succeeded, whatever you've done.
It's pretty much just on instinct. I've been fighting for a very long time, so he's obviously come at me and I've reacted and I have absolutely no idea what to do now that I have suplexed a grown man in Adidas track pants. So pretty much going to look down at him and be like, okay, why are you running around at night? And are you related to the scream that just happened?
He's confused.
Yeah.
And he's looking up and he's like, what the fuck? And he makes to try and grab at your leg. Like he's going to try and pull your weight out from under you.
I'm going to slap him in the face.
Slap him in the face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like just as a warning thing, or you're actually trying to harm him?
No, it's more of a warning thing. It's more just like a dude. Well, I'm obviously on top of you. I'm winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be trying to move me.
Okay, so you slap him across the face.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just all on instinct. Even Karen's like, oh my lord, what's going on?
The beast is coming out. Oh my god.
Like he growls lowly at you, like a growl, like an animalistic growl. And then
it sounded exactly like my dog when he was a puppy. Enough of that nonsense.
Yes.
Enough. Are you a child or are you an adult?
Now something occurs inside of you and this kind of thing has been happening a lot to you lately, in the sense that you are experiencing things that you have not experienced previously. But it's this strange, you wouldn't quite call it a warning, but it starts in your gut and it crawls up your throat to the ningle at the back of your head. And it's almost like a taint you can feel, like a presence of something bestial, something almost predatory, but you're not necessarily frightened because for some reason this feeling, it reminds you of yourself. But you are sensing this from the person beneath you, and also from behind you.
This is one of the first times I've ever experienced this. So Karen is going to sort of look at him and then try and see what's behind her, and look at him again very frantically and just be like, "Are you like me and Joseph?"
He quizzically looks at you. He's confused. Laurel and Max come across this scene of, what is it, stuplexed? This
suplexed on the ground.
This redhead woman in athleisure wear astride this rather sloppy looking child of Hakim.
Yeah.
Goodness, this makes it all worth it.
And he's squirming and shit, and he's like, and he's just trying to strike. He's just trying to strike at you. He's just mad now, and he's trying to punch you in the face.
Okay.
And Laurel and Max, you can see this happening.
Yeah. I'm just laughing at him.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is
Laurel,
fucking amazing.
Thank you for bringing me on this journey.
Hold that
problem.
thought just for one moment. Because Tragic Friday is alone in the back room of, quote-unquote, her club. And she's just watched Desmond bleed into shadow as she is...
like a creep.
Yeah.
Ew. He's off his pickle, mate. Invisible man. What is that shit? What are you on about? Like, what is this? I want to talk to the man first. Like, we're not going to fucking ambush him. I want to know if you're telling the truth about what he did to me.
A few moments later, the phone rings. The wall phone.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it's Tezza. How you going?
Yeah, what fuck?
I'm going to need more information. What's up?
It's me. I'm talking to this big old scruffy gross dude that said that you told him that my club was okay to like take over or some shit. I don't know. He mentioned you by name, Terry. Tell me what the fuck's going on.
Oh, true. Look, I didn't, straight up, I did not know that was your joint. Like we're on the same side here, Tragic. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought you were cleared out of there. That's bad, hey.
Why would I have been? So you didn't know I was here, but you thought I'd cleared out of here.
Look, I'm just...
All right.
You can't blame me for being a strong guy about self-preservation now, can you? Okay.
Oh, Christ. All right. Look, I got rid of him, so just tell me where you are, because he's probably coming for you.
Wait, you got rid of him? Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You underestimate me, Terry. Tell me where you are. He's coming for you, mate.
Well, you're on Chapel, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can be out there, like, I can meet you in the street, I'll talk you through it, like, it's fine, there's just a lot of shit going on right now, but if I meet you outside, there's nothing you can do, right? I know they generally don't give us much of a fuck about some of the stuff that we give a fuck about, but, anyway, sorry, I'm talking to you on a cell phone right now, so I should probably keep it, yeah, I just want to keep it quiet. Right. So where do you want me to meet? Just tell you, I prefer it in public, like, I don't...
Yeah, right. Look, I'll give you 5 minutes to explain what the fuck you're pulling out on the street, out the front, and then, look, I don't know how responsible I am for what would happen. Just out the front of your joint then? Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, well, I guess I'll, hold on. I don't know, that'll be like 20 minutes or so. Is that all right? Maybe a bit longer, depending on traffic?
No, you can be faster than that. I know you can, Terry.
Oh, like, don't do me like this, Traj. Come on. Tragedy.
I'll be out there for exactly 5 minutes, exactly 20 minutes from now.
Okay,
and then I cannot be responsible for what happens after those 5 minutes, mate.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, I'm leaving right now. Okay. Cool. Let me just get my pants on. All right. Cheers. He hangs up.
Fucking
Terry. When you hang up the phone, maybe it's just your unique way of perceiving the world, but it feels like the shadows in the back room have drawn a little deeper than they were a moment ago. They just seem a little darker, a little a little further, like maybe you go so far as to glance up at the light bulb to see if it had dimmed, but it doesn't look like it has.
Ew, what the fuck, dude? Look, you had the phone call. I'm gonna, it's so gross. Like, this is so not my vibe. I'm gonna be out front. I don't know, just like hang back for a minute at least. I want to hear what the fuck is on about. All right?
You don't get any reply.
Oh, fuck. Well, I said my piece. I'm going to be sitting on the curb. See you in a minute.
So you wander out through your club, and when you do so, could you please make a wits and awareness roll?
Messy critical. What the fuck is that?
A messy critical.
What is that?
Golly gosh. Alrighty. Wow.
Oh, mate, what you fucking like?
That's fun and
Messy
exciting.
critical. I mean, that's me. That's me, innit?
So,
Messy critical. Let's go.
so you walk out through the club, and you notice a couple of things that you're pretty sure you hadn't noticed before. And that's that there's a couple of people that I wouldn't say they look identical to Desmond, but in terms of the kind of energy he brings to a room, they're sort of radiating that kind of thing. You notice one at first, and they're doing the same thing, where they're just standing there motionless in the middle of the dance floor, and they're staring at you. And you're like, oh, that's not good. And then you walk a little further, and then you notice another one also staring at you. This one's a woman. And then you move to because you don't want to go out the front door, so you move to go out the side door. And you notice, like as you're going out this front door, the side door, as you're reaching for the knob, someone pushes the door open, like they're coming through the other side, and it smacks into your knuckles. And that's when you feel this flare of the beast, because it's come out like this is your safe haven as far as you're concerned. This is your rack. Like, you fucking run this joint. And so far tonight, one big gangly motherfucker has just waltzed in saying that this is his joint. Two, Terry, who you're pretty sure is supposed to be an ally of yours, appears to have sold you out. And three, now there appears to be more of these people infecting your space. Four, you're supposed to be fucking on your ball doing what you've been asked to do and getting this audience with Papa Black, and you're dropping through all these hoops. And five, some dickhead has just jammed your fingers against the door. So when this dude, who's like a skinny guy with like a premature mustache, sees that he's run into you, and he's like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. And you grab him by the throat and hurl him out the back of the door. We can't really blame you for it necessarily. It's probably the beast, but this guy flies back through the alley, and you threw him so hard, or maybe the beast threw him so hard, that he literally smacks against the other side of the wall of the alley and slides down to the ground, like grunting, like he's if not unconscious, definitely concussed, but he's groaning and making noises as you step out into the alley after him.
What are you fucking like? This is not my night, mate. Is he mortal? Is he like suffering?
Look, by the looks of him, he's probably mortal. There's a lot of bruising that's happened very quickly. But he's just sitting there like, what the, fuck. You might feel a little bit bad about this.
Yeah, I do.
So I'm going to ask the group now just to take a moment. If everyone looks at their character sheet, in the other section, we've got our chronicle tenets. Do we think that this act perpetrated by Tragic's beast is a violation of any of these tenets?
Oh, come on.
That's not torture.
I don't know. I'm asking the group.
I disagree. I do not think so.
No.
I wouldn't think it's torture either.
Until you get a bit cranky and you need to just like...
Yeah. Just gotta let loose.
EMS, okay, it happens, like...
He's alive.
Chapel Street stays.
No, he wasn't tortured.
Yeah.
He's alive, right?
The intent to torture wasn't there. I think it's all about the mens rea. So.
And some people like that, and we don't know because we haven't asked him.
you feel bad about this because that wasn't you.
Sorry.
You might even be a little bit shocked especially after you just said not quite your night mate. Was that you or was that your beast? It's hard to say. Sometimes these lines get blurred, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. Oh shit, he's looking real bad. Is he alive?
How would you like to check?
I don't know. Check his pulse.
He appears to have a pulse. He's got some pretty nasty bruising around the back of his neck, and he's sort of just slumped forward.
Fuck! All right.
Against this wet brick wall of the alley. Only maybe 15 meters from the mouth where it goes onto the fairly dirty Chapel Street.
All right, and I've got minutes before someone shows up. At least, like not even. Oh, fuck. All right. You jammy fuck you. It's your fucking lucky night. I'm gonna give him some blood. To try and heal him, I guess. If
You're going to try and heal it? You're going to give him some of your blood, did you say?
Give him some blood to give him some blood.
Okay, so so you have to produce the blood first.
Mm-hmm. What do I do?
Well, what would you like to do?
How do you
want to make yourself bleed?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough night. We're being rough and I've got no time, so I'm going to just try and tear at my own wrist to make this happen with the teeth.
With your teeth, okay. Not like stretching the skin until it tears or anything like that. Just biting it like a normal vampire? Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
So you press your wrist to his mouth, and perhaps it's something instinctual or something in his half-awake brain, or just the very ambrosia that is vitae, and he just starts suckling away like a lamb and just really going to town here. Could you make a rouse check to see if this act is going to make you any more hungry than you currently are?
Failure. Hunger increased to 2.
Okay, that's not too bad. Like most of the time, everyone's at least a little hungry. But he slumps his head back, and if he's not healing faster, he's definitely chilled out. Like you've just given him the equivalent of like a pretty strong bicky. So
yeah, milky bars are on me, mate.
Yeah, that's all good. And also, your blood's probably already laced with something kind of fun anyway, right? So
usually,
I would advise licking your own wrist to heal that puncture wound. And where are you headed from here after your little snafu?
I'm gonna like prop his head up on the wall so he doesn't like fuck his neck up, and I'll be like, all right, mate, I'll come back for you later, and I'm heading to the street for my meeting.
All right. Back in the park, Karen, this guy's just tried to hit you. He's struggling beneath you, and Maxine and Laurel, these two. Well, one Instagram scene queen type looking person, and this other whatever the hell creepy looking weird motherfucker.
I'm just wearing a suit and my sunnies at night. It's not a big deal.
It's totally normal, and a sheet white paper skin as well.
I know who Laurel is because I'm an Instagram fitness guru. And would I recognize?
It's probably
We've probably been to like a influences of Melbourne meetup or something at some point.
What's your Instagram username?
It is XX Holloway. So yeah.
Right. In that case, I'm gonna sit astride this strange man that tried to spear tackle me and that I have shown his place. I'm gonna turn around and look really closely at Laurel and just kind of be like, No, we've met.
Oh no.
What the fuck is going on?
No.
Get the fuck off me right now. What the fuck? Laurel, help me out here. Do me a solid.
Was he trying to hurt you?
Yes.
What did you scream? Was he trying to hurt you?
He was balk at me.
He's been a real asshole. He threw a weapon at Max.
Yes.
Yeah.
How dare you? I'm going to turn back to him and like shake his hand and just be like, did no one teach you respect for women?
What the fuck? What the
fuck did your mother teach you? You're going to apologize.
He looks you up and down.
I don't call the police.
Are you sweating blood?
You got suplexed by her.
Yeah, we saw that, by the way. Peter, really humiliating for you, buddy.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
He looks right up at you, Karen. He looks you in the eyes like, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck off me. You're not supposed to be here. This is my fucking domain.
Sorry, give me 1 second. My audio has just disconnected.
Oh, I can still hear
I
you.
heard the ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You might not be able to hear us.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. We'll give it
Oh,
1
the
second.
suspense.
I apologize. It was a beautiful dramatic moment, and now my audio is nearly back. All right, Sass, talk me. Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
you heard him. So he looked at you dead in the eye and he said, what the fuck are you doing here? This is my domain.
Your domain? It's a park. What on earth are you talking about?
I don't think she knows what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
I obviously don't.
tell her to get the fuck off me then.
Kind of enjoying this, actually. This is great.
No, you're asking us to do things for you?
Don't like that.
She's probably
No.
fucking anarch. She doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, all I know is that you clearly hurt these women. What else do I
I
need
didn't
to
hurt
know?
anyone. Just get off me. I'll explain the whole fucking thing.
All right, I don't really trust your opinion. I'm going to ask them. Should I get off him?
The turnaround just killed me. Sorry.
With my ponytail.
Yeah.
Should I get off him?
I mean, we are gonna have to deal with this, but I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Well, okay. Does Peter look like he is becoming more incensed by the second?
Probably, yeah.
He's
Okay.
pretty pissed. Like he's pinned to the ground by this what he's assuming at first was a pissant mortal, and now he's assuming is a pissant kindred who's essentially trespassing on his domain, and now the other two kindred who while not in great terms should at least be his allies are sort of essentially teasing him about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep teasing him about it. I'm gonna get a little bit closer though, and I'm just going to, I guess, when Karen asks us what she should do, I think he looks pretty comfy where he is right now, and honestly, he's been a real shithead all night.
He has been a real shithead, but
real asshole.
And I think Max is going to kind of lean into Laurel and just say, he's not wrong though. She probably shouldn't be here. This could go badly.
She did
we lose you then,
recognize.
Karen? You okay?
Yeah, just my audio is playing up. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, good. I guess she did recognize me. Maybe kind of. I feel like I know her.
I don't know if it's from our thing. It might just be your thing.
Yeah, I think maybe it's my thing. I mean, his skin is so perfect. It's probably my thing. I don't
It's
know.
probably your thing.
Sorry, what's my thing? What's your thing? Why do you
just
feel
get
so
off me, please?
familiar?
Just get off me. We've got business to attend to before we get to whatever.
All right,
fucking
if girls are fine with it, I'll get off you. But why did you spear tackle me? Why are you here?
Because he's a dickhead. Honestly.
Yeah, real asshole.
He makes poor life choices. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few people like that. All right, I'm getting off, but I have some questions.
Oh, so do we.
Karen gets off him?
Yep, Karen gets off him because she trusts the other ladies.
So he stands up like an old man, groaning. He dusts his pants off, and he's looking
But
livid
mate,
right now.
Mr. Adidas track pant loser, I'm watching you, and if you try and bolt, I'm going to tackle you.
He looks at her, and he just looks over at Laurel and Max, and he's just like...
If it's anyone's problem to deal with, it's mine.
Yeah, exactly right, Sheriff. So could you sort this shit out?
Right now... dealing with another problem. I have a hierarchy going on here. I prioritize my time, mate.
Then what?
Come on.
Oh, fuck's sake. He pulls his sleeve up.
Sweetie.
And he...
I think Max is going to go over and talk to Karen. Right, as he's doing that, he's like, right. I'm going to try and just...
distract. Yeah.
Cool. So he brings Laurel close as he pulls his wrist open to bleed. He puts his hand on your waist as he tries to feed you.
Disgusting.
This guy sucks.
Yeah. I'm going to, when he does that, as I lean in to feed, I'm going to grab his wrist where it is, I guess, where his hand is on my
Mm.
waist, and like squeeze as hard as I can with the intent to like hurt him.
Okay.
So his like grip will slacken. Yeah.
Mhm. All very normal over here in the park in Turan.
Yeah,
on a
just
Thursday.
just someone in mesh, just fucking necking on a dude, I guess, with an Adidas tracksuit on.
So,
most of my 20s, I guess. Yeah.
Max was. Oh, sorry, I think Karen may have lost audio, so we'll just stick on this for one moment.
No worries.
So while Max and Karen are speaking,
Mm-hmm.
you slake some of your thirst. What is your current hunger level,
3, I think it was.
Laurel?
3, yeah.
Yeah, so you can reduce that to 1 if you just want to click those
Thank
hunger
you.
buttons until they get down to 1 hunger.
Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you drink deeply of this kindred's blood.
Uh-huh.
Karen, are you back? Or
I'm just moving some stuff around.
she's always multitasking. It's really
Yeah.
good. And then, so while Karen and Max are talking, he looks past your shoulder and looks to you and says, look, seriously, I just need to talk to you about something really quick. I don't think I should have done what I just did. Okay, seriously, one
you're
blood
ruining
sorcerer
the
to another.
mood.
Can you just focus with me? Come on, we're even Steven right now. Just hear what I've got to say.
Okay.
Okay.
You get 5 minutes.
All right.
5 minutes.
All right,
Just 5.
seriously. So in the book I read, it was talking about this thing called the deep heartthrob, which was apparently something they were trying to get done back in the 90s or some shit. Do you know the Brujah Terry?
Who doesn't know Terry?
Okay, well, he's an anarch, so some stands to reason that you might not have heard of him. Anyway, I was talking to him, and so he was telling me a bunch of this shit, and it's got to do with blood sharing among the Tremere and some of the the Banu Hakim, and it's freaking me out because it's got to do with the ley lines, and Melbourne's right on top of these ley lines. It's like, I know you know this shit, and I'm just really worried. Okay. So I probably won't be talking to you for a while. I can't do any more of these exchanges right now. I'm just a bit worried until I know more.
If you try and skip town, I will kill you.
I'm not going to fucking skip town.
Okay. All right. Well.
But seriously, and he points at Karen, he says in hush, just like, get whoever the fuck that is, get her out of my park. If she's going to be here, she needs to fucking acknowledge the right of hospitality at least.
Look, Max will deal with her.
All
okay.
Right.
I was here for you, just you, even though you are a disgusting, grubby little man. I was here for just you.
Tragic. You're standing on the street.
I'm sitting on the curb.
Sitting on the curb. It's that time of night already, is it? Okay. Yeah. The taxi pulls up. It's Chapel Street. So it's pretty busy all through the night, a fairly juicy club district. And you see Terry, he gets out of the car, he's wearing his denim jacket, and he paid for the taxi, and he looks around, he sees you, and he's looking around pretty nervous, and he sort of gestures for you to come over to where he is, like a little further down the street.
Fuck, all right. No, I'm not going far. I'm going to go one building across and sit on that curb.
Okay, cool. All right, so he paces up a little. He doesn't sit down next to you. He just stands next to you with his Converse sneakers right next to your
sit
hand.
the fuck down, Terry.
And he looks down. It's like, can we?
Sit down.
Do you have to do this right here? I don't like being here. Okay, so he sits down next to you.
Good.
He puts his head in his hands. He's like, I know that you like to fuck around with all kinds of, blurry lines of where territories end and whatnot, but I don't really like being here where they are because it makes me uncomfortable. So I was just going to say, I've got the taxi waiting. If you just want to come in with me for the taxi, we can go somewhere else. We can go to Northcote or Brunswick, Fitzroy.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Terry,
then I don't want to be
where
too long.
I am. Yeah. Hurry the fuck up. I told you got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Before I don't know what will happen to you.
So who spoke to you?
Oh, this Desmond fucker. I don't know. Tall, dark, raw as botulism, mate. I don't know.
Okay.
He's gross.
I haven't met him. I think he could be one of the Magisters, though, or fucking the Sombra.
What now?
The Sombra. I can't trust him as long as I can throw them. Right?
Yeah. He knew what's his face, Papa Black.
Okay. So that's what I want to talk to you about.
He knew you, Terry.
I fucking know he knew me. Let me just tell you about it, because a few weeks ago, I was driving out past Brunswick. That's generally where I like to get my rocks off. And it's usually pretty safe. You get the occasional fucking hassle, but we're doing okay. Anyway, so I'm off this place on the corner. I fucking forget the name of it, but I was hanging out there, and I start talking to this mortal chick like this, and then anyway, there's another lick nearby, and I'd never seen her before, and I was like, oh, well, shit, better make sure this is not going to be any trouble for me. So I went up to her and I was like, blah blah blah, yeah, who are you, and anyway, we started talking, and she said she was Anarch, but I guess she wasn't in the end because she was telling me about Papa Black. And anyway, that's what made me think of you. I guess she got into my head, and that's pretty embarrassing. So I maybe told her some shit I didn't want to tell about you and your club, and I'm sorry. But anyway, look, the important thing is you've been told to try and find Papa Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's the thing. She wasn't talking about Papa Black. She was talking to me about someone named Queen Mary.
Fucking what?
Yeah, so she said Papa Black is just like the foothold thing. So if we're going to get any information about how to broker anything, I think we should be looking for her.
All right, but how are we going to get to her without going through Papa Black? Right,
Well, I don't know.
Mary
You could try. Well, I don't know if you can, but I'm just saying before you meet with him, that's good information to have, right?
You're not really making your case very well here, Terry. All I know is you sold me out to some chick who
didn't mean
fucking
to.
dazzled
Look,
your brain.
She told me all kinds of stuff because she wants out them too. She doesn't want to be with them anymore. She's like they're not good. She wants to come be anarchs with us. We're all chill.
Okay, but why did you sell me out? What is happening?
I think
What's
she
your
probably just
excuse,
needed.
Terry?
She probably just needed some information to broker her own way out of it. Okay, but she was telling me all about this thing called the deep heartthrob because something. So if we just hang out, I can talk you through it, but I can't do it right now. But if you do go meet Papa Black, I don't know when this is going to be, but maybe ask about Queen Mary instead.
Terry.
I'm trying to make it up to you here. I'm trying to give you more weaponry to go into this meeting with,
you
okay?
are feeding me bollocks because you fucked me over. And I think your 5 minutes are up, mate.
Whether it's portentous, whether that you said that because you saw this happening, or this started to happen because you said it, but the shadows near the alley behind where you and Terry are seated start to get a little bit deeper. So we're going to take just a quick 5-minute break to stretch our legs, refill our wine glasses, and we'll be back soon with Book of Dreams, a Vampire the Masquerade story. Welcome back to Book of Dreams, a Vampire the Masquerade story. If you're just joining us or you need a slight recap, Karen, who we are starting to get the sense is maybe a little new to the scene, is in the middle of a conversation with Maxine, the Nosferatu sheriff of Melbourne, because, like it or not, Karen is probably trespassing on some turf that she shouldn't be trespassing on. But surely she can't be blamed for something she wasn't aware of, right? But it depends on how the Camarilla sort of likes to exact their justice. So while Laurel is having an interesting conversation with Peter about something called the deep heartthrob and ley lines, and someone named Harry Maldonado, who's apparently a Bruja anarch, Max and Karen are having the following conversation.
Hey, sweetie, you're sweating blood.
I was really hoping I was going to get away with saying it was my lady time, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. How long has this blood sweat been kind of,
Look,
occurring?
are you like me? Because it hasn't been very long, and he left me. You see, he left me, and I don't really know what to do.
That much is definitely obvious. And just to, clarify, like you. What do you mean like you?
You feel different. There's something inside you. It's in him too. I could feel it when he was running. You drink blood, of course, like you must be vampires.
Good. I'm glad we've got that one out in the open. Yes, completely am.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a few who are like you and like myself.
You're the first I've met aside from
that
Joseph.
is quite obvious. There are a few of us, and we've got kind of a society going on here. And there's a hierarchy, and different people kind of have different areas that they live in, and
is there like a Facebook group I can join? Is there like
no, expressly not. And that's a wider issue that we can talk about another time. But the main thing is there is we've got to take you to see Luth.
Why? I really do need to get home. Look, I was out for a run and I said I was only going to be a little while.
As in the home.
As in my home, as in my home. I just need to go back to my home.
With people there? Are there people in your home?
I just need to go back to my home. I don't know why you're asking so many questions.
Well, because you're obviously very new to this. And what you did tonight, running in the park, I know it seems super normal to you, but could have actually gotten you killed. It's a public park.
I don't understand what the problem is.
That's, yes.
And didn't I just help you? I don't understand.
It's about at this point in the conversation that Laurel and Peter's weird little blood sorcerer exchange comes to an end.
Okay.
And Peter steps away from Laurel if she wants to join the conversation with Karen. We've heard some choice words. Peter has looked over once or twice when he's heard things like Facebook group and I need to get home. So he's getting a bit...
Peter, fuck off.
What?
Yeah,
what
Peter,
the fuck
go
is she
home.
doing here?
Look,
we're working that out, and you're not helping.
What are you doing here, mate?
No, honey, not
okay. Yeah. Okay, Peter, honey, look. You've been really great tonight. I'm really sorry for being so cross with you. I'll deal with her. Okay. Look, you've been so good. Okay.
Chloe, babe, what are you doing? Hey, do you want to come over for a bit? So he wanders off.
Yeah.
Oh.
My name's Max, by the way.
I'm Max. I'm Karen.
Great to meet you, Karen. It really genuinely is. That was amazing. That was fantastic. I like you, which is why I'm going to try and explain this to you gently. what you did this evening could have gotten you killed if you'd have run into anybody who was less inept than that guy. It was pretty cool. It was really cool. But there's more of us.
I mean, I didn't mean to. It just.
It was super cool.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're grateful. What do you mean there are more of us?
I mean, there are more of us, and some of us have been this way for a very, very long time.
How long are we talking? Because Joseph was maybe 100, but
does the name Joseph ring a bell?
Yeah. Do I know this person?
Does the name Joseph?
None of you know the name Joseph.
I'm gonna file that one away for later.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't actually know a Joseph, but 100 is middling. So, there are individuals who are much older and just as angry, but considerably more competent than our badass friend over there.
Yeah, he wasn't great.
No, he's not. He's not a shining example of kindred. Truly, but there is kind of a hierarchy situation in Melbourne, and there is one person who kind of makes sure that all of this doesn't go to shit. And since you're pretty new to this, the first thing you've got to do is just go to this person, to Luth, and say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm me. Great to meet you." It's real simple. Shouldn't be an issue at all.
Why didn't I know about this? Who is this person? Why?
Well, because he's in charge.
Okay.
And make sure that now. Oh, this is going to be a lot of information for you. Wow.
So he's like your manager?
Yeah. Let's go with manager.
I guess at this point, I think I've kind of wandered over as well. It's kind of scrolling on my phone.
Like our manager. Yeah. And Max is going to take her sunnies off and kind of fold them and put them in her pocket at this point. Now, we're all a little different.
Yeah.
Luth is both different.
So we're not just vampires. We're different kinds of vampires.
I'm so glad you're throwing that word out there. This makes my job so much easier.
It's a lot. No, Joseph told me what I was, and then he left.
Joseph. Now,
Joseph, who is this Joseph person?
No, I just look. I'm not proud of what happened. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but I was lonely, and he was there, and he was very young, and he was interesting, and
okay, sweetie. Okay, look, that's fine. Just let's just dial it back a little bit. Max, do you want to run the Luth thing by her just one more time? Because
we need to take you to Luth. Oh goodness, I could do a bit of an info dump on you here if you like. Look around the park, but this is still our friend's domain. We will have most of us have little areas that we're welcome in.
I don't want to be rude, Max. You seem lovely, but I just don't know if I can trust either of you. I've met this one before at an Instagram meetup. What is your name? Was that your real name when I met you? It's a lot.
The Instagram thing. I swear to God, Laurel.
Okay, look, it's humans like flashy things. Okay, they just listen. Yes, that you can call me Laurel. That's fine. Okay, what's the word? I know that you've got things to do.
I do. I'm very busy.
Well, so am I. Today I was meant to be going live on Instagram right now, recording another seance, but my schedule's been disrupted. Okay, and these things happen with content creation. Okay, no one is perfect. We can't manage our schedules perfectly. And today that guy in the park, just what an asshole, right?
I can't believe what he was wearing.
What a fuck! I know, just that tracksuit. Just
what a fuck
my
boy!
God, what a fucking!
Can't believe you left in. Disgusting.
Okay. Look,
you're not wrong, it's gross. But I have to let Luth know that you are here and that you exist. The best outcome of that is if you just come and see him, because we need to make sure that the fleshy beings, the mortals, the kind that they don't know we exist. And one of the ways that we do that is a thing called the Masquerade. Okay. Beyond that, there's a couple of different things, we enforce to make sure that doesn't happen, that people don't find out, because that would suck, because then they would kill us.
Would they?
There's a whole other thing about an Inquisition there, but I'm going to spare you that.
Okay.
The main thing is, right now for you, we have to take you to see Luth, because I have to tell him you exist, and you don't want him to know that with, being on the back foot. You want him to find that out when you present yourself to him and say, hey, I'm here and I exist. Because if he comes and tracks you down, that will end badly for you.
Give me a reason to trust you.
Oh, there's no reason to trust me.
Max.
This is a courtesy thing.
I'm definitely going to go home.
I'm distinctly not good at this. This is not.
Okay, Max. Okay, look, Karen, honey, if you go home without seeing Luth, you will be endangering the people that you live with.
Yes!
I don't live with anyone.
You'll be endangering the pets that you live with. Okay.
I do have a pet.
Thank you. Yes. Dog, right? What's his name? Fuck.
Oh, I love dogs. They don't like me much.
I really should pay attention when you were fucking streaming the other day. Look,
he has his own Instagram account, and I can't believe you don't even know.
Okay, look, he wasn't there at the meetup, okay, honey? It was just, a ladies' brunch, no dogs allowed, okay? Look, it's, regardless, this looks and sounds crazy, I know, but it's only going to get crazier if you don't come and see Luth. Trust me, I've seen the guy, and, it's been fine for my career. I'm creating content, my follow account through the roof, okay? There's not a correlation there. Maybe there is, who knows? But look, Luth, if we sort this out, there'll be less disruptions when it comes to your content creation schedule.
Okay, but I want you to promise me that you will look after me.
I will do my best. I genuinely like you. That was really fucking cool. I genuinely like you, which is why I'm telling you this and not just calling Luth straight away, which is probably what I should have done.
I will come, but you have to
come
with me. I'm not going by myself.
Oh, of course. No, I'm not. I wouldn't send you in there on your own. You're not actually supposed to exist if this guy turned you and then fucked off. That's another distinct no. So
I'm sorry for existing, but you're not making this decision any easier.
She's not really in a great space right now.
I'm not good at this. I'm not at the other bits.
Okay, look,
Can we do this another night, maybe?
Look, time is of the essence. Okay,
it's pretty early. I think the sooner we do this, the better. For everybody,
time is of the essence.
For me, for you, certainly, Karen, definitely for you. You've been putting yourself at quite a considerable amount of risk.
I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
Okay. It's not your fault. It's entirely Joseph's fault. Okay, I've had up to here.
It is entirely Joseph's fault.
With men being irresponsible tonight. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you and me, look, I've got your back. Okay, look, you know me. You kind of know me. Okay, we've met. I'm a public person. You can cancel me if this goes wrong for you. Okay,
I do like that option.
You have insurance there because you know how I operate. So look,
that's true.
If you don't trust Max, that's okay. You can trust me.
I mean, I like Max.
Good.
Max
That's good.
Things that make me really worried.
Okay, so Max will stop saying those things.
Max will stop cool. That's not things. Like you're a lady and you seem cool and you have interesting eyes. That's the thing. You're rocky. You live your best life.
Yeah.
You Instagram makeup haul. I love it.
Yeah. All the eyeshadow is popping. Max's great eyeshadow. It's popping off. Okay.
Right, so if you promise that you will look after me,
yes,
I'll come with you. But I have to be home by 2. It is non-negotiable.
But we'll get you home.
That's fine.
Well, we will.
You have to promise me. You have to pinky promise me.
Okay, I will pinky promise you. Okay?
All right.
Look after you.
Please be just pinky. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay.
Can anyone else
the proverbial pinky pact made?
Yeah.
I will assume that Max then leads Laurel and Karen back to her
Prius.
Yes.
Prius.
This is a nice car.
To head on down to meet.
It's very efficient.
Eco-friendly. Max is very eco-friendly.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good.
The environment. We're living forever.
Tragic. It's only Thursday.
know.
But it's
I know,
already a bit.
mate.
It's not even your
Yeah.
day of the week.
Not right. Again.
Terry's stood up and he's glanced behind him and he's seen the shadows and he looks down at you and is like, look, I'm honestly just trying to do what I can here to help you out. And
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
I mean, nothing.
I don't know what you're trying to get out of it.
What? I don't know. You not selling me out. You coming up with any fucking reasonable excuse to not sell me out. Like, what? For like, why? You didn't even give me a why. You gave me, as a cute girl, or whatever, mate. Like, you didn't give me anything.
Her name was Blair, and she just got in my head. I guess kind of like how you do to people sometimes. And I just started vomiting shit out, okay? I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, so you were weak. All right. Well.
I'm the learned clan,
I can't help
We're
you,
very
mate.
proud.
You didn't help me.
I'm true brewer, right? Fucking Carthage.
Yeah.
All right?
Ooh. Whatever.
Look, and he looks back at the shadowy alley. It's like, are you going to be okay here? Because I'm leaving immediately. I don't even know how you do this night to night, being here in their territory. I don't know how you deal with it.
I'm being like someone.
All right, well, I'm going to go. All right.
Piss off.
You know how to get in contact with me, standard ways. All right.
Yeah.
All right. He turns and he gets in that taxi that was waiting for him, and he drives off down Chapel Street. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to just turn around to the shadow and be like, seems like Terry met one of your mates, eh? Seems like Terry might be working a couple of angles here.
The shadow retreats further into the alley, almost invitingly.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because I'm like, I want to go meet the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going.
You going?
I'm brave.
Where are you going?
I'm following
You're following
into the alley.
Following it into the alley.
Yeah.
We're a little further down, just past where that kid is still sleeping off his concussion. Hopefully that's not too dangerous. So that's fine, right? To sleep when you're concussed.
Yeah. No, he's fine.
The shadows retract and then form into a person. Desmond, the same guy you were speaking with before. He's leaning against a dumpster. He's combing with his pretty gangly looking fingernails through his long dark hair.
Oh, guys.
And he puts it over himself and he holds it back and he looks you up and down and he folds his arms over himself. So, was that particularly productive?
I mean, it's Terry. He never is. But, he knows some people that you probably know. You heard it. You heard it all.
And that worries me a bit. I'm sure you can understand.
Maybe we're meant to be friends. Maybe that's what it's all about. Seems like everyone wants to be friends with you lot. So why don't you just let us into your arts,
I don't think you've got your stomach for it, darling. What do they call you again? You got a nickname, right? Trash.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, honestly. It just came up.
Okay, listen.
Don't judge me. Look at you. You're not in a position, love.
There are far more important things we need to worry about than what I'm wearing tonight, okay? You've got no idea. I feel sorry for you. I really do. But...
Oh, that's your loss, isn't it?
Thank you for the information. One of mine is actually tailing that taxi that Terry got back into. We should have any other information that he might have withheld from someone like you not too long from now.
Yeah, well, he's a worm in it, so...
How does that...
Worms does
tragic, how does that make you feel?
Look,
he may be dead by sunup.
I have a feeling that Terry and I were on a pretty loose level of friendship anyway, and he's a worm, and worms deserve dirt, right? He sold me out. He had no excuse. I should feel worse about it, but honestly, it's been a night. It's been a fucking night.
All right, well, assuming...
He brought this shit to my doorstep, right? He brought all this fucking bag to my gaff.
I would argue that the fact that you're on Chapel Street in our territory, that you're bringing this shit to your own doorstep, but you've been pretty bold, I must say, darling.
Like I said, we're friends here, unless you think we're not, because I'm trying. We're all trying. DJ's trying.
Yeah.
We're here being friends. Terry's the only one being not friends.
And you want to meet with Papa Black, you're telling me?
I do. It's like you listen to me or something.
All right, well, I can probably broker an audience for you with Papa Black. But I need to ask first what it is you want to speak with him about. I'm sure you can appreciate the same things happen in your little rabble-rousing group, I'm sure. You don't just introduce people with no questions involved. You didn't just tell me that you would give me Terry. You wanted information as to why I wanted.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, honestly, I'm here on a diplomacy mission. I'm trying to make friends. I want to know what he knows. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he will.
And now I'm really interested in this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested in this Steve Arthrob thing now. Sounds a little bit like DHT.
He doubled.
That's a comedian.
And he turns and he looks back at the shadows at him and behind him and he looks at you. And did you just say deep heartthrob?
I might have. What's it to you?
How did you hear about that? From Terry, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you not just there?
You're not supposed to be able to remember this stuff, you know. There are powerful wards in place of this kind of information. You can't just swallow it down.
Look, I think it might be bollocks, so I'd like to find out myself. Sounds like a load of bollocks to me.
All right. Well, I can give you an audience with Papa Black. Not tonight. Probably tomorrow, if not Saturday. Or would you like it on your eponymous Friday night?
Of course. Sooner the better, mate.
Let's hope it will end better than tragically. I will ask only one other thing. I'm very jealous of our friend here. He gestures to the kid who's slumped against the wall.
Why? I mean, I can let you out against the wall too if you want.
Not quite what I had in mind. Will you open a vein for me? Just a sip.
Fuck no, mate. Have you seen yourself? No way.
To be fair, he doesn't look like
he
doesn't look like he's having a crack. He looks like he has far more maybe scientific methods behind what he's doing here. This is, you know, he's heard rumors about these kinds of people, but that's what he's doing. He's like, just a sip. It would be important to me for what I need to know about.
For what?
What are you, Clan of the Moon? I've heard you're delicious.
What's it to you, mate? What is this? Get the fuck out of here. You're going to have to take it from me because I'm not giving it up.
Well, I can't say I can. I'm not going to renege on a deal. I'll still make an appointment for you with Papa Black. But the light that I put it in, how important to you is that?
Oh, Christ. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about my reputation. No, I didn't get this far in this fucking neighborhood to kowtow to people like you, especially not people that haven't washed.
Have it your way then.
I always do.
I'll call you on your back room phone tomorrow night. Make sure you answer it.
I'll be waiting by the line, darling.
He steps back and the shadows swallow him again. There was a time when, that face is appropriate. There was a time when the Camarilla would rule from on high. They would meet up in the mahogany room of Crown Casino or up in the most lavish villa of the Crown Towers, up on even more recently, up on the sky deck of the Eureka Tower. But times change. Victor Luth and his Primogen, and a lot of other high-ranking members of the Camarilla, now meet on Collins Street. And Collins Street is in the middle of the Melbourne CBD, and it's the sort of that middle end of Collins Street. It's not quite that corporate end, it's not quite that almost high fashiony end, but it is late at night. And there are some public restrooms just off the corner of Swanston and Collins. And these public restrooms go down underground, and the third stall along in the men's room is always out of order. And behind it is a false door which opens up into what looks like a supply closet or some kind of very, very, very bare bones looking room with a couple of other exits that look like they may enter into like a service tunnel somewhere beneath the something to do with the metro train network underneath. It's hard to say. This is the journey you need to make to speak with Luth. I'm unclear at this point at what point in this journey, as I've described it, Karen will take issue. I'm sure she'll be fine on the car ride to Collins Street. I'm sure she'll be fine getting out onto Collins Street. Going into the men's public restroom, Laurel and Max are acting like this is pretty standard issue.
Normal.
Yeah.
I don't want to judge your choices, but where are we going?
I would prefer the Rialto also. But this is secure, and it's
Okay.
yeah.
Did any of you pack a change of clothes?
No.
So we're just gonna go and meet. Wait, no. I just need to give. We're gonna go and meet the most important person you know. Yes, that's the gist I'm getting. I might be stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, no.
And we're gonna go through the men's room somewhere and meet this person.
Yes.
I'm in active wear, which I'm happy to wear most of the time, but I feel like it's not a great first impression.
I'll look at my. What's the time?
Oh yeah.
It's like probably closer to 10:30.
Thursday night. Oh, hey, can them still be open?
No.
No.
No. Late night shopping's till 9 p.m.
There you go.
I was in retail in a former life.
Yeah.
Look,
it's gonna be okay. If anything, he's probably gonna be way too occupied to really care what anyone is wearing, I would say. It's just important to really just, I guess, get his vibe as opposed to really sort of worry about making a really in-depth first impression.
I'd know what clan Luth is, wouldn't I?
Oh, he's a blue blood.
Yeah.
Max, come on.
The Ventru, but he also holds court and toilet. So
He's already psyched out.
He's
about
practical.
this. Yeah.
Look, Karen, I think your personality will shine through and you shouldn't worry.
I think so. You are so bubbly and so effervescent. It's just, it will pop. Trust me, he'll love you.
I'll take the compliment, but
that said, Max, could you make an intelligence plus politics roll for me, please? Give me just 1 second to set the difficulty for you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you may go ahead.
Good politics. All of my no dice in that. Seems fine.
Yeah, Victor should be fine with this plan.
Yeah, to be fine. This is perfect.
well,
Max is not known for her strategic abilities, and yeah.
All right, so you head down the stairs into this fairly lurid men's public restroom. It's unoccupied right now, which is nice.
Yeah. Had to literally throw people out of here before.
It's fairly spacious. Max makes a sort of a beeline to this the false door that she knows is there behind the out of order toilet. Karen, how are we doing?
I just thought they said that he was important. It just seems a bit gross.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
The false door opens into this room, and you're ushered in very quickly because Max knows she needs to close that door pretty quick because the kind can still get down here to some degree. The room is maybe it's some substantial. There's like a fold out like Bunnings table and some chairs. Victor Luth a man looks to be in his mid-50s with greying hair, formerly brown, and a salt and pepper beard, is sitting there in a plain black suit with a unbuttoned shirt underneath, and he's on the phone to somebody. He sees Max walk in, and he gestures for her to come in. He says, "Yeah, mate. No. Once we got that serpent out of Sydney, it was all just pretty easy to keep making the moves, I guess. No. Yeah. No. Tomorrow night. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. No, I'm gonna call you later. All right. Okay, I gotta go. Something's just walked in. All right. Cheers." "Maxine, darling." He stands up and he walks over to Maxine and he leans down and he kisses her on the cheek, firmly, as he always does, as you are used to doing.
Yeah.
He nods. "Laurel, it's been a while. You keeping up? You doing well?"
Holding in there, thank you.
"Yeah, good. All right. How can I help? Who's this? I don't know who you are." Miss Yoga Pants." "Very nice." He turns around, sits down. "Please take a seat." "I was just on the phone to Sydney, actually. So."
Oh, how are they doing?
"The expansion's going well. I mean, lockdown laws really fuck us up, but you know how it is."
I fuck everyone up.
Anyway,
Fuck everyone equally.
sorry. Red, what's the go? Don't recognize you. I'm pretty good with faces.
I was having a jog. I was minding my own business, and these ladies insisted that I come and meet you, and so here I am.
Oh, wait, hold on. What the fuck is this, a presentation, Max?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
It's a little bit unusual having a jog in Naylor's area. Completely unaware.
Public park.
Public park, yes, in Naylor's domain.
Fuck.
We were dealing with that.
You know I had to give Turak to the children of Hakim. Those Assamites wanted something after the Vermilion wedding. I couldn't just give them nothing.
There's no good bars, they can have it.
Exactly right. That was my thought, at least. So, Karen, darling. Who you been rolling with, then?
I don't...
That's the
really...
Oh, fuck, really? Are we this deep? What's going on? Where's your sire? The one who made you, if you watch television.
No, he kind of left.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Who? What names, please, Max? I assume you're taking notes, darling.
He said his name was Joseph. We met online. He was very young. And look, I'm not proud of it, okay? But things happen, and he was very charming. And I don't know, now I'm like this, and these are the first people that felt like me. And I was in a public park, is all I'm saying. I don't understand what's happening.
I'll give you the rundown on the Masquerade, but it's a lot of
information. Okay, cool. Yeah. We don't have to get into this right now, Karen, but basically, I'm your new best friend, okay?
I've already got a best friend.
Well, I'm going to be a closer friend than her. And here's my first point of reference for you, friend to friend.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking. I've got a lot to do, and I've got not a lot of time to do it in most nights. So when I want to speak, I need to get it all out pretty quickly, okay?
Love it when men have a lot of personality.
Look, I'm going to give you a slightly longer tether than I normally would, given the current circumstance. It's been a while since I've had to have this conversation with somebody. Generally, as a rule, we don't make more vampires. And more on that, I'm not going to use that word again. We are kindred.
Okay.
This is the word that we use. We are kindred. Okay?
All right.
Your sire, the kindred who turned you kindred,
yes,
broke a rule which is going to get him killed. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, but as soon as Max finds him and removes his head from his shoulders or dumps him staked on this table, he will answer for what he did. You are his childer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, normally what would happen if I would ever grant somebody the permission to make childer, they would be responsible for that childer. So, for now, in the absence of this, what did you say his fucking name was?
Joseph.
Joseph. In the absence of Joseph, Laurel, you've got nothing going on right now. You want a project? Karen, this is your surrogate sire. Laurel, you're responsible for her. If she fucks up, I'll take it out on you, and I'll make her watch.
Noted. Thank you. for the
Alright.
responsibility.
Karen, sorry, you won't fucking know. Max, what clan is she?
She's strong. She suplexed Naylor.
Mm.
It was very satisfying.
What's a clan?
Extremely satisfying.
We'll explain at some point, but don't worry about it.
Possibly
Like a Facebook group. Like a Facebook group.
Do you like Facebook groups?
don't. Yeah, just
You've got her off social media though, right?
not yet.
Okay,
No.
well, work on that real quick.
We'll
Do you
work
on
on that.
social media?
He looks at Laurel.
Well, look, we'll sort this out in time. Look, I feel like she maybe needs a
Did you-
more.
Did you bring a cell phone into my office?
No, they're in my car.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fucking close, Laurel.
What happened
What,
again?
you think I've got a cell phone in your office?
Well, Max, I trust you, but sometimes people are fuckwits. All right, so we don't
In my
know
car.
her clan.
Car's charging, they're charging. It's fine.
Whatever. She's strong. Perhaps a gangrel. A red Nosferatu, one of yours who've crossed over. Either way,
Max kind of squints at Karen. No, not one of mine.
good
Look at
point.
those
Some
paws.
people are hideous on the inside, though, so don't recount that. I don't think she smells. It just smells like urinal cakes in here all the time. I'm kind of used to
That's
it.
because you were on a urinal.
Listen, Karen, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Your life is going to be very different from now on. How long has this been going on for you?
A month or so.
Okay, so that's pretty fresh. So this Joseph guy should be too far away. I don't know anyone in my court named Joseph. I certainly don't know anyone in my court who would do something so fucking stupid as to embrace a yoga pant wearing Instagram person. So I would suggest you start with the Anarchs. Shelly Bobson owes me a couple of favors. You can probably speak with her.
I can show you his Tinder account.
Sure, you can start that. You can show that to Max, whatever that is.
I think
Karen,
Laura might be the better person to.
We will go through socials later, Karen. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Karen, there's just one other thing that I'm going to ask you, and I need you to be honest with me. Does anyone else know about what's going on with you? Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt anybody.
No.
Okay. You need to keep it that way.
Okay.
Particularly, you said you had a best friend.
Yes.
Who's that?
Julie.
All right, Julie. So Julie's your best friend?
Yes.
You like Julie being alive?
Yes.
If she finds out about you, she's going to have to die. And
Why?
that won't be Max's fault. Max will just be the one who kills her.
But why?
It'll be your fault for
God.
letting her know. It's very important that we keep everything a secret. That's what we call the tradition of the Masquerade. You,
No
Karen,
one can
look
know.
at me. Look at me, Karen.
Yes.
You are now a member of the Camarilla, an organization of vampires that has existed for hundreds and hundreds of years. And this is a privilege. And if you squander that privilege, you will be killed as well. I'm not trying to scare you, it's just the reality of it, really.
But why?
Why?
Why can't anyone know?
Have you ever watched a movie? Have you looked at history? Human beings really don't like sharing the world with people that are
Okay.
not like them.
Alright. No one will know. I don't want Julie getting hurt.
Very good.
Okay.
Max, I know you haven't met Shelly before.
not
She's an
really.
Anarch. She helped broker the truce between the Camarilla and the Anarch a while ago.
Malkavian.
Yes, the Malkavian, Clan of the Moon. Between us three, I've actually got quite a bit of respect for her. She helped get rid of the Sabbat back in the 90s, and that's, you know,
Yes.
I've got a lot of time for her, but she owes me one, and I'm sure she'll be keen to know if Joseph is one of hers who's been fucking up and embracing childhood as well, because she knows that I won't bloody well appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
So-
we run the risk that he could be a nobody. He could be not Anarch. Well, I mean, I'm nominally Anarch, I suppose, but
Is there anything else before you get going? Take Karen with you, and Laurel, I suggest you go as well, seeing as you're responsible for her. But Karen, you'll need to be able to identify Joseph if Shelley knows who she is.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Oh, and the business with Naylor is squared away.
Concluded.
Yeah. What was that about? Did you find out why he was dodging your calls?
Yeah, just being a real asshole. Being a real fucking asshole.
Okay, cool. Well, you're still here, so maybe make with it.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, boss.
Alrighty, so you wander out of the bathroom, back out onto Collins Street, back into the Prius. You have a few moments before you have to head to Shelly Bobson for Karen to speak with you. If she has anything currently on her mind, she may be feeling a little bit anxious.
Congratulations, Karen. You're still undead.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
All sorted.
Sorry, I have a lot of questions, but I really want to know, what do you mean by clans? Like, we're just vampires, surely.
There are groups, kind of like cliques. Like, you know how you have your whole fitness Instagram thing. I've got my...
Wouldn't say anyone else liked me, but yes.
Yeah, so there's a fitness Instagram clique that you are nominally a part of, and there's a supernatural astrology type influencer clique that I am nominally a part of. Clans are like that.
And don't let Victor know you're still on social media. That's just that could have that could have gone so badly.
Why didn't you say beforehand? There are all these rules that I don't know. It's like walking on a minefield. There's so many things.
Yes.
Maybe you give me like a real quick rundown now, the yeses and the nos, and you just hope I don't fuck it up.
Okay, so you get into the Prius.
Yep.
And I'm gonna ask Shelly where she can be found.
Hello.
Yes, queen.
I'm back in the modern times. Here I am.
So Shelly, whereabouts do you hang out on a Thursday?
Well, Thursday night we've got group, so it's been a rough party time for a long time, and I've really tried to get away from that life as much as I can. I went to NA, met some people, and so you probably find me at a Narcotics Anonymous meeting on a Thursday night. With such a high turnover, I ended up being the oldest veteran there after a while, and I ended up leading the meeting. So that's where I'll be. I'll be with my friends, helping them on their path to recovery.
Sort of little community centre that meets at night. What part of the city is it in? It's probably South Yarra, down that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there. That's safer. Deep Anarch territory. But it's about 11 o'clock, so the meetings are just finishing up, and as Max and Laurel and Karen pull up in the car at the front, they see a few of the mortal Narcotics Anonymous finishing the last of their cigarettes, the last of their coffee, shaking hands at the door of the little community centre, hugging one another, telling them they'll see each other next week. Shelly at the door, saying goodbye to probably one of your favourites. Do you have a close member, a close friend?
Oh, Jeff, my baby. Yeah. Jeff. Bye, Jeff. See you next week.
All right. It was good. Thanks always, Shelly. That story you told about the pillow, it really helped me get through things, So.
Yeah. Oh, that old story. Yeah.
Yeah. I always remember it. All right. See ya. Tell Chris I said goodbye. I'm looking forward to seeing him next week as well. So.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
All right. So he turns and he walks down the little path through the lawn. He passes Max and Karen and Laurel, and he gives them a polite nod. He double takes a little bit, but he's okay. He keeps walking. And Shelly, you are left standing at the door to the community centre. The light of the halogen globes pouring out from behind you, like the gateways to heaven. But of course, it is not. These three people that are approaching you, you have not seen before.
Would I have gotten a description of Shelly before?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I would just take off my sunglasses, fold them in the pocket.
I see.
You know when like a girl sees another girl and you have this like involuntary response because they're just like dressed so cool? I think that's what Karen's gonna have. She's gonna be like, oh my god.
Actually,
Like,
Karen, as you approach, you get that same niggling, gross, predatory feeling as you approach and you see Shelly, and you can tell almost innately that she has that predatory aspect to her in the same way that you and Laurel and Max all do.
I think Karen's still going to have that like that word vomit when you see another pretty girl. It's going to be very much like, my God, babe, like you look amazing. Oh my God, where did you get this? It's so put together.
Darling, thank you so much. To what do I have the pleasure?
Well, this is Karen. I'm Max. This is Laurel. We are here at the request of Victor Luth.
Oh, how's he doing these nights?
Pretty good,
He's
actually.
a bit of a douche.
Yeah.
Max is managing. Karen's like,
yeah.
Met him,
I like
not sure, not sold.
Yeah, well, I like this one. She's got her head screwed on. So what is this about, please?
do we want to go inside?
Yeah.
If we must. Let's go in.
So where do you
Pull up
leave
a
them?
folding chair.
Do you have a just
Straight in the middle of the
end
community hall. Yeah, there's nobody
end of
else
the
here,
hall?
right?
So the little circle of chairs are still there. The place still smells
pull
like
up
coffee.
a folding chair.
There's a little box of Krispy Kremes next to the
Vampires
coffee.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's empty except for a young skinny guy with a wispy mustache who nods and smiles. His name's Chris. Chris and Shelly are quite close. He's right to hang out.
Right.
He nods and he just sips his coffee, nods.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get the door?
Yes, please, darling Chris.
All right,
and hang back.
Do you need anything? You? No? You don't?
No,
okay, I'll get the door then.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and he wanders and he goes to lock up at the front.
You might want to pull up those Tinder photos now, Karen.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what's going on, but Joseph made me a vampire. I don't know what this plan thing is, and he ran away. Look, I got caught up in the heat of the moment. I don't want any judgment for it. I'm going to show you some pictures of him because I was told to, okay? I met him on Tinder, and this is his profile.
I really want to see his photos now. You've built this up.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype.
I'm sorry, what is this to me? Why is this? What is this?
He was not one of ours. Victor would not allow any one of us create progeny. It was not one of ours. We want to know if you recognize this person because they created another kindred and then they bailed. And I don't think you want that happening either.
You poor baby, left out on the street all alone.
Terrible.
And these terrible people don't even want you. Of course I'll take you in. I don't know. Do I know GM? Do I know this person?
You've never heard the name Joseph before?
Have I seen his face before?
So you take the Tinder profile on the phone?
Yeah.
I will. I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karen has already been presented to Luth and accepted into the Camarilla.
So
why do you need this information at all?
Because we
Seems
need
like
to
you've
find
already
who
cleaned
did
up the
this.
And
it's in your best interest to find who did this.
Yeah. All right. Show us a picture.
So, Shelly, you look at the picture and you get this, you feel something you haven't felt almost since you were immortal. You get this sinking feeling in your gut. Like, it's so palpable because you realize for the first time in probably 20 years you feel fear. Because you haven't seen this person in a very, very long time. And you were very convinced that they were dead. Meanwhile, back in 1997, Tragic Friday is doing what with the rest of her Thursday night?
Oh, I guess I'm going to go scrape up old Chris from the alleyway.
Yeah. Chris is still there. He gets up and he's rubs his wispy mustache. He's like, what the fuck? What happened? Did you?
Don't worry, love.
Did you?
Everything's gonna be fine.
Fuck! Did I hurt you when I came through the
No.
door?
Oh no, everything's fine. Don't worry. We're all good. All good. What's your name, love?
Chris.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Why don't you come with me? You're looking a bit roughed up.
Okay. Cool. But I can't hang out too long. I've got somewhere to be.
Oh.
We probably don't know because I don't think Chris ever gets there.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to leave episode 1 of Book of Dreams for now. So I would like to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out. I would like to again thank B Bravo for doing our overlays. You can get her on Twitter at BEABRAVO. The fine folks at Fantasy Grounds who provided this super fun tool that we've been using to play online. We're whoa, hold on, I've ruined our windows. Oh, we've lost someone in the chat. Windows. Sorry, the windows have lost because Sophie dropped out. Hopefully
Sophie dropped out.
Sorry, I have to admit her again. Hopefully that fixes it. Yes, it did. I'll just wait for her to return.
She's coming back.
Okay.
Yay!
Sorry, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. I think I ran out of battery.
Yes, Fantasy Grounds is an excellent tool. We live in a weird time at the moment, so playing online is a really cool thing to be able to do, and things like Fantasy Grounds make it super easy, particularly with V5 rules, which have some fun dice mechanics. It does it all for you, and you can build your character in there and share all kinds of fun things like pictures. Karen, just Ella wanted to. Do you have Karen's dog? Do you have your dog nearby for dog
Oh my god, I will go get.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my dog?
Yes.
Yeah, give me a sec.
To see the dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be like 2 seconds.
That's cool. Yes.
Happy
Like my
And in
active
case
wear?
anyone was wondering, yes, Ella is head to toe in activewear, as we now know, because she just stood up.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for tuning in. We're going to, for those you don't know, we're actually navigating 3 time zones right now. We're dealing with Australia for myself, Ella and Alex, New Zealand for Ginny, and Berlin for Sophie. So we're going to try and stick to similar time slots for streaming, but please bear with us if we try and find a groove that works for everybody, particularly those who want to tune in.
Oh my god!
Tiny baby!
You're wiggly worm. This is Stripes. He's a Dalmatian. He's trying to attack my green screen, which is his favourite thing in the world to do.
Oh.
And he's a puppy, and he's very big. Oh, thank you for licking my wing.
He's very big.
Oh, he's like 4.5 months old and like 20 kilos. His little tail's wagging so hard.
Doggo is too big.
Absolutely smothered by this.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and stick to regular time zones. So if anyone just wants to say goodbye as well, starting with Tragic, just remind everyone who you are, and if you want people to be able to find you online, where they can do so.
Oh, my lovelies. Thank you so much for a lovely evening, morning, whatever. Yeah, I'm Sophie Rosettii on Twitter. It's literally just first name, last name.
One sec.
Baby.
I love him.
Tragic friend.
No, that's the wrong way. Stripes, come on. No, don't. No, stop taking the penny. No. Dude.
Chaos. True chaos right now. True chaos.
Love it. Love it, puppy.
Laurel?
Got my panties back.
I am Ginny Wars on Twitter, and you can find me online, I guess, at Ginny Wars doing pretty much anything. I write a lot about video games, so if you care about video games, you should follow me and look at the shit that I write about.
Ella?
So it's I, Karen, the vampire. I'm also known as Ella. I have a cool dog. His name is Stripes. I know, he's spotty. I hope I got a cheap laugh. I write for video games, and I'm also a communications manager, so I'm a game dev. You can check me out on my Twitter, which is at Lowgren. If you want to, no pressure. That's pretty much all I do, is sit around talking about my dog and writing stuff. That's my life.
And anyone who doesn't know are going to be surprised to learn that that is not Ella's real hair.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? We can.
Do a big reveal.
Do a reveal.
Do it!
Yes, queen.
But
Karen has to
the
have like a
words-
wild moment now where she cuts her hair short and bleaches it blonde.
Yes.
Yes, when she
Do it.
finally gets over Joseph, and she's just like, "Fuck this man."
Yes, it's usually short and blonde, but Karen is. I thought she would have long hair, so
Yeah.
Alex?
Hi, I'm Alex, playing Max the Nosferatu. You can find me on the internet at AlexCatu at various places. I'm mostly just shitpost, so I don't really. I played tabletop games and shitpost, so
those are great things.
Yeah, great combination.
Yes.
And I'm Brian Holland. You can find me at BW Holland on Twitter and Instagram. I'm more active on Twitter. There's one very important thing we do need to do before we log off. So I hope everyone just follows my lead here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophie. Happy birthday.
happy birthday to you.
Thank you for spending your birthday with us, Sophie.
That was
getting
a
up early
shit
on your
It was.
Saturday.
We're just like 5 different people at 5 different times. It was great. So
That
good.
was so good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
All right. We should be back next week. Check us online. And we'll be back next week joined by special guest, video game journalist and radio host Nick Healy will be taking on the role. He'll be taking on the role of Papa Black.
Ooh,
Black.
hell yeah!
So we hope that you stick with us for Book of Dreams, a Vampire the Masquerade story. Everyone, please, wherever you are, sleep well.
Cheers.
Stay safe. Cheers. Bye bye.
The stream has stopped.